All right, we
I
live.
think I'm freezing up. Can y'all hear me?
Yeah,
Yeah.
we can hear you.
All right, y'all. We back with 10 and
My
2.
joint
Where you
freezing
might
up or
just need
something bad.
you might
I
just
can't
need
hear code name.
you want me to do it again?
Yeah.
All right.
Hey, code name, go out and come back in.
So what?
I can't hear.
Can y'all
Can you
hear me?
hear C?
Yeah, I can hear. I can hear everybody.
I can't hear code name.
It's you, Mel.
Man,
It's you.
Yeah, he
Matt,
might need to log out and log back in.
We got a chat.
Matt, can you hear us?
I can hear
Yeah,
everybody.
me too. Like when they start glitching, you might just have to log out and log back in. Yeah, his phone freezing up bad.
Yeah.
I think I know what it is though.
What?
Um, I'm on the free plan.
Come on, Killer. You said what? You on the free plan?
I'm on the free plan right now.
Yeah.
Hey, do what you gotta do, man.
Exactly.
You know
Nah,
what I
because
mean?
it was on a trial in the beginning, but I noticed like since the trial been over, I've been having this issue. So that's probably what it is. With it ain't no thing. It won't be like this
We'll
next
work
time.
through it. We'll work through it.
All right, so I can just edit all this shit
this is
out.
not working.
Let's take it from the top.
All right.
Yeah,
All right.
yeah, just do that. No, you gotta do a rough draft. Just edit it out. You got it.
All right, y'all. We back with 10 and 2, where you just might need your gin and juice. We got Smith. We got Miller, Mel, Slick Tees, and of course me, codename Keisha. And tonight, we're going to be speaking about what Slick was mentioning earlier in regards to the war. If you want to chime in on that to get us started.
The latest thing I heard was that the Trump and the administration they agreed that what they did wasn't right and it ain't going according to plan. But this is after 49 leaders in the Middle East that got killed.
Mm, that's crazy.
Yeah, it is.
Really crazy. I haven't heard anything about that, but what I will say is normally when things are out in the open like that, there's something else going on behind the scenes. What that may be, I'm not sure, but a lot of times those things are distractions from what is really happening.
But what they don't want us to know, what they don't want us to pay attention to.
They don't want us to pay attention to us, really. You know, a lot of us
Right.
are waking up from the sleep and slumber. You know,
Yeah, it
COVID
seems
19 was really the door opener. You know what I'm saying? A lot of people woke up and realized that a lot of things that was going around us was fake and not real. And it's been continuing to progress. And it's really more so, you know, people that look like us, really. But I can't say exactly what's going on right now. I haven't really researched it. I don't even watch the news. I'm gonna just be honest with you. So a lot of that kind of skips over me.
yeah, I'm kind of the same way. But I'm gonna start back watching because I gotta know what the hell these motherfuckers doing.
I
Yeah,
watch it all the time, bro.
I
I
just
know
started watching the news,
I know
but it's
politics.
good to watch it, man. That shit depressing though.
Yeah,
I mean, they're gonna tell you
It
some bull.
is.
They're gonna tell you some bullshit, but it's gonna be some truth in there somewhere.
oh
Yeah,
yeah,
you just gotta read between the lines.
Yeah, it's gonna be some truth there somewhere. I think Trump doing all this because of the Epstein file. Like
Mm,
he in a lot of that. Like he in a lot of that Epstein file. It's just released. So that could be.
go ahead.
No, I was just saying that could be the distraction.
It could be. But you know, them Epstein files been out for a minute. It's really just now, like really out there. Like I said, back when COVID happened, that was one of the things that transpired
Mm-hmm.
and pushed that list out. if I go back and look at my files, I probably can pull it up. And when I say everybody that y'all can think of that's like mainstream right now in Hollywood,
Is in the Epstein file.
they was on that list.
Hey, Matt, what I tell you last time, Matt, when me and you were talking,
Yeah.
it's something with that where everybody, ain't nobody, all them people is not famous and got all this money. You doing something for it, man. You got to be like,
Oh yeah. You know
that's why I'm afraid of it.
Oh yeah.
They try to have me on the island somewhere.
Right. And like a lot of people
makes sense though.
It's speaking out against the war. This video I found, right? It's of this Marine or whatever. He gonna speak out against what's going on. Y'all see what happened.
For this
war. I seen that earlier.
America does not want to fight this war for Israel. Let's go. Come on, let's go. America does not want to send its sons and daughters to war for Israel. Your inability to name that shows your exemptness as leaders. This is wrong, and nobody wants to fight for Israel.
Give them some milk.
Please stand up as a Marine and stand up for America. No one wants to fight for Israel.
Pick it up off the floor, baby. Pick the candy up off the floor. Throw it in the trash.
Sir, thank you for your service.
Senator broke his hand. Senator broke his hand.
Ramadan, help him, please. Help him. Ramadan.
So,
Well,
yeah, that was
Shit,
kinda
that's crazy. But man,
he's
you gotta
strong.
look at it
You
like
see how
this,
strong
though.
he is.
Yeah, but you gotta look at it like this too, though. Some of that shit be staged, man, for to throw people off other shit they got going on in the world.
Yeah, that's true.
You know what I mean? You gotta look deep into this shit that they doing.
Yeah,
what I will say is just off the plain surface, everybody has the right of freedom of speech. Everybody has that. I don't know which amendment that is. I'm gonna just be honest. I don't know the first amendment or plead the fifth. I have no idea, but I know it's one of those amendments. And the fact that they were trying to stop him from speaking, yeah, that's just the surface. Now, if we want to dive deep into it, you know, it could have been staged, like your boy said. It really could have been staged just to switch the view of things. They do stuff like that.
What they do is, don't nobody want to go fight a war that ain't got nothing to do with us. Like, it ain't got nothing to do with us. That's them countries beefing with each other.
Yeah.
Been doing that.
Yeah,
for
but
years.
shit. But they use Trump like damn puppet though.
But I will say this though, like I can't say that it don't have nothing to do with us. It just depends on what you believe in.
Yeah, it's religious.
Right, because like if you're a Christian, then protecting Israel is something that you kind of want. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
it's in the Bible. You know what I'm saying? So like I get it, and I'm gonna tell you the truth. Like, if it weren't Trump doing this, it would probably be a totally different sentiment about what's going on. Like, if it weren't for the Epstein files and Trump, people might feel a little bit differently. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
because
they've
been beefing over there for decades, centuries, bro. Like, that's been going on. You know what I'm saying?
It ain't, as far as the war part of it, That's the part that like doesn't make sense to me. If them countries want to go to war over what they believe in, the United States ain't got no business putting themselves into it, putting themselves into it.
Look, you do know that Jerusalem is over there, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That the U.S. owe everybody.
You know who's from Jerusalem, right?
Yeah. But I think them countries can hold their own without putting the United States involved in it.
But what I'm saying is though, like, it's think about how we treat like Jews over here, like, you know, like to some people they're God chosen people. You know what I mean? So like you gotta hold that into account to a certain degree. You know what I'm saying? Like, I mean, like for us, maybe we don't see it, but I can see why other people would see it like, yo, that's what we supposed to do. You know what I'm saying? And like I said, I think it's just messed up because it's Trump just doing it, and all the other stuff that's going on. It make it look a certain kind of way when, I mean, they over there fighting a holy war. Now, while we over there maybe for something totally different, but they fighting a holy war. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So, you know, I mean, if you say you built under God, I mean, you kind of got to play a part in it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, you got to uphold it. What you say?
Yeah,
got to stand on business.
Yeah. So,
but it's a religious thing. That's all to me. That's all I see is a religious thing. Like you said, they've been beefing for decades. It's basically it got so many rabbit holes that this whole little situation got so many rabbit holes, man. It's ridiculous. I can go into every last one of them, but it's just it's crazy to me that people are really out here trying to kill each other over who God is real.
Right.
That's the part that's the part that's crazy.
Right. That's basically what it is.
That's basically what it is.
And it's so similar.
When they put on CNN,
it's the same thing.
So basically, at the end of the day, it's kind of like people who want money and power got people fighting each other based off religion.
I'm gonna give you an example, right? Right. What do all these religions have in common? Number one thing they got in common is they talking about a god or a deity, right? Each religion got a chief deity, head man. You know what I'm saying? Each one got one,
or one next to the head man.
Well, yeah, that too.
Like Muhammad, the prophet for Allah,
right?
Is the son of
God,
which I'm gonna just be honest with that. Hearing that, what I was taught was, in order for your prayers to get up to God, you got to go through Jesus.
Right.
This is son, but they also said we're all God's children. So why do I got to talk to my brother to get to my daddy?
I heard Kirk Franklin show talking about that same thing. Like, why would I need to go to? But you know that the Bible done
that's
been
Muslims' belief though.
The Bible done been remixed. Like,
oh really? It came from spirituality. Like, religion came from spirituality. Spirituality and religion are not the same.
Man, it's about to get deep.
People, you know, put it together, but it really isn't. Religion is organized. It's organized. Spirituality is also almost like a whim. You get downloads quick like that, and you got to make moves.
Just like right and wrong is written in your essence. You ain't have to be taught to not hurt your mama, not hurt your daddy. That's in you anyway.
And everything they said that was going on in the Bible that, you know, will be going on in hell is going on here on earth.
Yeah, but a lot of people are saying that what's going on is because it's written in the Bible, they're trying to make it happen. It's like certain powers are trying to make it happen. You know what I'm saying? To go ahead and bring God back. Because you know, the war supposed to happen. Then it's supposed to be 7 years of peace. Then the Antichrist, and then, you know what I'm saying, God's supposed to come back. And it's like, what I'm hearing is certain people are
It
trying to
ain't
make
gonna
this,
be God, but see, that's the thing.
they're
That's
trying
where
to
the
make it
confusion
happen.
comes in. It ain't gonna be God. It's gonna be
for
Jesus.
the Antichrist. They're setting it up for the Antichrist. Because let's be honest, like a lot of the stuff that went on in the Bible, it was man-made. A lot of it was whitewashed. My thing is, if a burning bush start talking to you right now, they're gonna take you to somebody insane asylum. If a female says she got pregnant right now and she never had sex, do you think anybody's gonna believe her? No, but it was in the Bible.
But
I don't
when
believe
you
it.
hold on, but when you go back to spirituality, I mean, it's still the same thing. Like even if you go back to Egypt, like it was a divine essence that created a child. Like I mean, that's just
It was, but it wasn't immaculate conception. It wasn't necessarily immaculate conception.
Well, in Egypt, the one in Egypt, and
My thing is,
even Buddha and all of them.
yeah, but that was taken away from spirituality. Everybody, if you ever notice, a lot of the religions are pretty much the same. It's just a little twist to it. It's just
right.
Right.
Like us. Okay, so like
say
right
the
now,
book. Go ahead.
like right now, us, right? Let's say we come up with a religion and we all go in our separate directions and teach what we learned tonight to other people.
It's
Each
not
one of
going
us is going to have a different way of saying the same thing that's going to create a whole different type of the same thing we discussed tonight.
and that's basically what happened. That's literally what happened. Like the original book that I believe is the Maytunator. I don't know if any of y'all have ever read it.
I
No.
need to check that out.
Anything I say, don't take my word for it. Do your own research. I always say that. Do your own research because that's what I did. And reading, and I haven't fully read it, but reading parts of it, it's like this is where the Bible came from. This is where the Bible came from. And there was a saying somebody used to say, when the white man went over to Africa, over there, we were rich. We had high titles. You know, we had everything that everybody wanted. And they went over there with this Bible and was like, you know, you need to pray to this God. And when they got finished praying, when they got up, they had the Bible and the white man had the riches and everything else that we possess. And the thing is, and this is from my research, from what I have gathered, the reason why we have been going through so much as far as our history, slavery, you know, a lot of us being killed, stuff like that, we're paying a debt. We're paying a debt because out of darkness came light. Stay with me. Out of darkness came light. Are you comprehending what I'm saying?
Mhm.
Me as a melanated female, I have the Eve gene where I can produce any color. Any color. It can be white, black, blue, chocolate, any color. Right?
Right.
Understand, we casted out our offspring. Not us literally, but our people, which was these white people. We sent them to the Caucasus Mountains because they were different.
So you talking about the story of Yakub?
Yes, the trickology and teachology.
Yeah.
You know, everything came from us. We created and just because they was different, we sent them on their way and they had to endure. And when they finally came to and met us back again, they met with revenge.
Mm-hmm. I heard that. I read that.
I mean, is y'all following me or am I making sense?
No, you make sense
You
because
good.
some of that come out of
Sense make dollars. Are we getting
some of
somewhere?
that come out of
Yeah.
Dr. York. Some of that come out of Dr. York. Dr. York.
I haven't heard of them, but I Where's my?
Oh, yeah, you might want to write that down. His name is Malachi Z. York. But they locked him up because he's supposed.
That sounds very familiar. Keep going. I'm sorry.
His name is Malachi Z. York. They locked him up because they tried to say that he was messing with some kids or something that was in the compound. This man was powerful. The FBI, the CIA.
I know you're talking about.
Yeah. I remember him. He went. Was it Atlanta or somewhere where he built the pyramid?
Yeah. It was a whole compound where, you know, they had their own doctors, had their own stores, they had their own everything. They didn't have to go outside of the compound for nothing.
His stepdaughter did a documentary, and you know her encounters were very different. I don't know. It sounds believable. I'm not even gonna lie to you. It sounds very believable what she was saying, but at the same time, what I will say is that when they have leaders out here that is leading a flock and is getting big and is getting attention, they will find things to destroy or scandalize their name to downplay what they have going on because their teachings are reaching the mass. And that has been, anytime somebody comes out to wake us up or to lead us to the blueprint of what we really are, they
get killed or assassinated.
They get downplayed.
That's what happened to Malcolm X.
Yeah.
Malcolm X, Martin Luther King. It's a lot of people. Michael Jackson.
Yeah.
The thing is, it always had something to do with kids.
Mm-hmm.
Have you noticed that? Somewhere in there, in the chaos, they had to be messing with kids. You want to know why? Because that's one of the number one things that's frowned upon. So if we can correlate that with you, we can really destroy everything you got going on.
Yeah.
I'm not saying Joe, we miss you, boo.
What's up, baby? How y'all doing?
Jujubee.
What's up?
Everybody good?
We are wonderful. I am really happy to see you.
Sorry I'm late to the party.
Ain't nothing wrong with you, just in time.
It sounds like y'all having a really good conversation.
Yeah, just take one.
Definitely. Just to give
All
a recap, we were speaking about the war. Some of us don't really know too much about it. Some of us do. Some of us believe that, you know, there's something else going on behind the scenes. Every time there's something mainstream or whatever, it's a distraction from something else. We went down the rabbit hole. Right now we're talking about teachology and trickology. We know that a lot of the wars is going on, and to be honest, the real war that's going on, the real war is a spiritual war.
Don't do that, Shalom.
It's not even like physically fighting, it's a spiritual.
Climb up there and pour it in.
And I mentioned earlier, a lot of us woke up when COVID hit, and it has been progressing ever since. Just a lot of us finding, you know, our way, doing a lot of a lot of shadow work, realizing a lot of things that we were doing was incorrect, you know, and it has been like a mass progression of that. And I really think that them big wigs up there is trying to back in, because now that we're realizing a lot of things, we can't keep playing the stupid ass game that y'all done put out there. We can't keep riding that hamster wheel that we've been riding forever, you know. And some of us done hopped off and was still watching everybody else around that hamster wheel and was like, well, damn, what the fuck do I do now? You know, type shit.
So look, let me ask y'all something. Do y'all believe in energy?
Yeah.
Yes, energy never disappears; it relocates.
Like your thoughts control what's going on around you.
Yeah,
it does.
It's manifestation.
Okay. So check this out, right? Let's say you got unlimited power, and you know this, just like we said we know it. what happens when you can make the whole world think the same thing? You know what type of energy? You know what type of energy shift you can create?
Yeah, you start breaking curses. You start breaking generational curses. You really start knocking down empires. And that's what they don't want you to do right now, because then they're going to have to really fend for themselves. We have been working our fucking asses off for people that we don't even freaking know. We are the workhorses. And when the workhorses finally gets a mind of their own, it's like, oh my fucking God, like, what are we going to do now? And that's what's going on. And they are slowly but surely trying to like reel us back in. And it's like you can't dangle that fake ass carrot in front of our face no more. Like, we know it's on a string. We've been chasing this shit for years. We're never gonna fucking get it. Let me go over here and get my own, because it's a whole field of carrots over here. Why do I need this carrot?
Because the rest of the world going to say you need the carrot.
I don't need that goddamn carrot.
But see,
Matter of
like,
fact, I don't need light carrots. I want to.
That's kind of what I'm saying, though, right?
I know.
Like, you don't need 100%. You just need like 65. You need 65% to point at the 35% and say you wrong. You know what I'm saying? Once they say you wrong, part of the people that is in that 35%, they're gonna go with the 65.
And that's what's going on right now.
You know what I'm saying? And
that's
I
what's going on.
That's how they make them moves. Like this war right now, it could all be based off of them trying to create a certain level of energy to perform some type of ritual. Since we already know that they into that type of stuff. You know what I'm saying?
Have you noticed?
But they need a certain level of energy. They need people to think a certain type of way in order to make a certain thing happen.
And to be honest, we're still going to lose people behind that. That's the sacrifice that we're going to have to take to move forward. But what I was going to say, remember when that George Floyd situation happened? Because history repeats itself. They was looking for another King riot after that situation. They was looking and hoping that was going to transpire. What was his name? His last name King.
Rodney King.
Rodney King.
Yeah, because they thought he was going to go out there and catch COVID and die. That's what they wanted. They wanted us to go out there, fight be around each other, catch COVID.
I mean, but was COVID really real, or was it just a goddamn flu that they were treating differently?
From my experience, it's real, because I know two people that passed. One of them was somebody real close to me, and that's what I was told what happened to them.
But
so
see,
to me, it's real.
Was automatically putting that down on death certificates, even when it wasn't. That is a known fact that they were purposely putting COVID-19 down on death certificates, and that is not even what was going on. Doctors were really told to just do this. I don't care what it is, put this down. It was a lot of doctors that came out and stopped practicing because they knew that shit wasn't fucking true.
Yeah, but I just don't see everybody all over the world following that same suit, though.
Sir,
I know it was real. It was real.
Other stuff. They done did a lot of other stuff outside of, COVID and followed. And it wasn't that. Like, I don't know how else to say it.
I think it was a real thing. And you know what I'm saying? I think they knew exactly what was going to happen, though. Like, I believe it was more or less like
what's going to happen.
I think it was more like an experiment than I think it was real, but it was more like an experiment.
Hold on.
It was an experiment. It was an experiment. It really was. I would go with that. That's why I said it really wasn't COVID. It was an experiment. And at the same time, when COVID happened, the Epstein files that came out, a lot of them were on house arrest, and a lot of them actually got locked up. This is the reason why we were really on house arrest. Because if they would have realized that all these Hollywood people couldn't go anywhere, and they was on house arrest for, like, to be honest, a lot that Epstein file that went on, if it would have came out like fully truth, like all of these celebrities are getting locked up or going on trial or what have you, a lot of the world would have went crazy.
Got it.
because it would be so unbelievable. It would have popped their bubble to where they would have went mentally crazy. This is the
I
reason why they had to cover that mess up.
I
Notice
don't.
But it's not unbelievable. It's been going on forever.
to be
Right.
honest,
What
it's
about that
not
is unbelievable? It's been
it's
going on forever.
unbelievable to the people that are still asleep. It's unbelievable to them. It's not unbelievable to us because we know we're woke. Like we see through a lot of the bullshit. Some people literally
I
only
mean,
see
but they've been raping children since before slavery.
that
They've
is
been
true.
eating
But
babies.
now
They've
a
been
lot of this
eating
stuff is on
babies. They've
social
been
media. That's why
sacrificing
it's so
kids.
important.
I'm saying like that. They've been doing that forever. They've been doing it
Yeah.
forever. These people don't even have a mind. The ones that aren't awake, they don't even have a mind to question. So it doesn't even matter. They're not going to question it. We see it now.
Mhm.
We see it now.
We
If
see
they were
it,
going
but
to
it's still
question
people are still like,
something,
I don't believe that. I just don't believe that. It can't be going on. Like not
you know
here.
what I'm saying?
It's still people that
It
sleep.
can't.
It's
It can't be going on.
and it can't
Middle-aged
be going on
white
over and over again. We
men
can't be telling the same daggone story.
are the most dangerous. Middle-aged white men are the most dangerous, and they do stuff, and they've been the villain, and they've been the perpetrator forever. Especially hardcore Christian Southern white men. I mean, it just is what it is. Those are your sex offenders. Those are the guys that are doing this.
They are.
Of course, not
They
all of
are.
them, but
They
that's
were
that's the majority of what's going on. That's just fact. Like this isn't. Oh, it's hope, and I don't believe none of them in their cognitive dissonance. I
and you're
don't
right. It's
believe
not
it. This isn't true. This isn't true. And you know that same man is messing with your child. Like I don't. No, I'm not.
and one thing I could never
They know
understand
what's up.
is how people would come down on little girls and say that they're fast, but you never stop to look at these men that was looking at them like they was women. Those are the same people that will hide them uncles, hide them brothers, hide them daddies in their family, and the victims are casted out.
But that's not just
Mhm.
a male thing. That's a man and woman thing
It
because
is, it is, but
it's
it's
some girls
predominantly men.
who
It
who
is
be,
women out here that do the
it's
same thing.
nah,
Antoine,
they just become fast because they seen fast women. You know what I'm saying? Like men and women both have a part to
it's
play
not even necessarily
in
being
this.
fast
But
women.
but, but
They
what I
could
want to say,
have just their body could have developed quicker than others, and they have been called fast. It didn't matter if
that's
they
true.
didn't have something on
But
that
being but being
attractive.
in high school, but being young and being in high school, something that we all have known about the one girl who, and I can't say what happened to
And
her,
the
but
thing is, you got to
I grew
understand
up around
that
some
little
fast
girl
girls in
that
my
was real
lifetime.
fast and all out there. You got to figure out where she get that from.
Yeah,
And
and some of them get it
sometimes
get it from their
depending on where
mom.
she got it from is who the fuck been touching you and thinking that this is okay.
But
Because if
some of
you
them get it
never
from
win
their mother. So
on
like
anybody
like
else's mind,
let's
when you
not
see
get
the
let's
innocent,
not get to this thing where we see this is how they win. Like when we have conversations like these, it goes to things that take us apart. Men and women make these mistakes that cause these traumas to all these kids. The things that turn little boys into rapists, the things that make girls, you know what I'm saying, be promiscuous. Like men and women play a part in these things. And once
they
we
do.
accept that, then we can work on figure out how to stop it. So like my thing is, I think the most important thing is people are still chained to the fact of they don't like being wrong. I'm pretty sure all of us done try to talk to people and tell them about what's going on in the world, and they look at us like we crazy. And
Yeah,
now that they see it now, they still don't want to accept it because the fact that the person that told them is the person that they consider weird or a person they consider strange or a person who they consider being a conspiracy theorist.
how you
And in
doing?
order, and they rather not accept that. In fact, you might be
Yeah.
right to just acting like it's nothing, but like they see it. They see it.
Look at your straw.
They see it. They just rather sit back and not say nothing because somebody told them about it a long time ago and they called them crazy.
Give me a straw, that Jordan.
And instead of admitting they wrong, they won't even contribute to what's going on. They might talk about behind closed doors, but when they see them same people, they ain't even gonna speak on it.
And the curse that we all need to break is what goes on in this house stays in this house. There's a lot of things that went on in that house that's affecting the children today and affecting the generation before that. That's the curse that we need to break.
Right. You're right. You're definitely right about that.
Where Juju go? Juju and
Maltese.
Welcome back. Welcome back. Welcome.
Hey, it wouldn't let me in for a minute, bro. I kept trying to get in. Just let.
You were trying to get that damn wine bottle open.
Nah, I been got that. I still,
Hey,
no,
he got that. What's the name over there? He
I
got
had
that
to put the camera up. I had to put the camera up because I spilled that purple shit all on my shirt, bro.
My bad. I ain't mean to laugh at you. Yeah.
Yeah, but it's crazy though, cause like yo, for real, cause I got little nieces and stuff, and y'all not walking around. I'm not. If they around me, they not walking around doing all that fast shit. That shit is dead. Cause like I tell them straight off the rip, because I know how men are.
What is
But
considered fast?
You said what?
Shit, don't little joke. It's all in what they intake. It's all in what they download. If they hear their mama listen to Cardi B, they want to listen to Cardi B. So with the same whole shit that Cardi B say, her mama saying the same whole shit. So now she's saying the whole shit. So this shit don't look good. I'm not this. I don't got nothing against what people do, but when it come to these kids, we got to watch what we give to these kids. Because they take it in. Once they take it in and they start using it, now you want to go tear her ass up because she over there shaking her ass on a bunch of grown men now. Now you want to go tear her ass up. But you can't go tear her ass up if you sitting there listening to it, she listening to it, and you allow him to do this. Now now you get what I'm saying. It's like Matt said, like two sides to the story. Like, I totally disagree with it because I don't want my niece going on that shit either. And my niece got a little shape. So, you know what I'm saying? So I ain't with that.
Once a kid go through trauma or a little girl go through trauma, it's hard for them to get out of that trauma. So that's why I keep a close eye on my girls, because like once they get that trauma, bro, it's hard for them to release it or of it.
And trauma can happen in a matter of seconds.
Yeah, something they see, something
that will last a lifetime.
That they're around or whatever. It's all got a lot to do with trauma.
And that's what I was chiming in on. When their innocence are taken, it's hard for them to go back. And then that's when they become children. That's when they become, I don't know what's going on with them. You're not stopping to think. You're not stopping to ask questions. And a lot of times, kids do say something, but they get shut down because it's unreal to the person that they're telling, or they can't believe it, or they know that if they pursue, the truth, that a lot of things are going to come crashing down, and they're going to have to be the ones to clean that shit up. And sometimes they don't want to fucking do that shit. Just like they goddamn pastor, the son accused him of doing stuff to him and then made him get on live and say that wasn't true. And my thing is, his mother has been seeing everything. You can see a lot of transition in that little boy and stuff that they're doing. And it's like, why aren't you trying to protect him? It was a video where they were waking him up for his birthday. Why the fuck is his daddy all in between his legs? Like, got his hands all in between his legs.
Because, man, that understand, man, like
ain't no explain that shit though, man.
The type of people that's in the Epstein files, man, they done infiltrated everything.
They have, but you can still stop your child from doing.
You can still.
We subject our children to a lot of that stuff that they have going on by allowing them to watch certain shows. Nickelodeon all the way around.
It's fucked up for kids.
It was part of the Epstein files, like the whole Nickelodeon. Yeah, that little splat. That's the Epstein Island.
Yeah.
if your kids are
something to do with Epstein.
if your kids are used to being open with you, telling you things, and all of a sudden they not like parents, if they pay attention, you can really tell if your child got something on their mind if they don't want to tell you, or at least find them somebody to talk
If you're
to.
in tune with your child, if
Yeah,
you're in tune with
you're
your
in
child,
tune.
you can read your child all the way around and you can see changes. If you choose to ignore them, then that's on you.
That's a fact.
And to be honest, again, when we was talking about behind the scenes stuff, a lot of those cartoons on Nickelodeon had a lot of behind the scenes stuff. Like a lot of it was sexual, but it was just a glimpse here and there, to where it wasn't noticeable. But
The innuendos mean nothing without guidance. Yes, they do. These shows do have what I would call adult things because we would understand that because we know. But those innuendos are just seeds until somebody makes it make sense. So it's not just a TV show. It's always going to have a little push or some guidance. Hold people accountable in your community. You want people to feel safer. You want children to feel like we got them. Hold them.
Yeah.
Hold them accountable. You know what I'm saying? Call the police for what? What we calling the police for?
Because they're
Run
not
that
going to
dude
help. They're
down.
going to make the situation worse.
Run him down. Because I promise you, he'll learn the lesson. He either going to not do it here or he going to have to go. Because next time, homie, we're not going to let you get up and walk. Like, hold people accountable. But people are so afraid of holding people accountable because they don't want to be held accountable for their fucked up shit.
That part.
That's the problem. That's the problem. Until we can do that, until people can hold themselves accountable and not be afraid to be held accountable, I mean, what are we even doing?
That's where you gotta hold yourself accountable, yo. Like you got to, and if everybody do that, then you can start changing some things.
That part.
But that's the one thing they try to make sure we don't do. They try to keep us blaming each other.
Man, I'll be right back.
We keep going for the okie doke too.
Yeah.
Keep going for the okie doke. What I wanted to say earlier about the Rodney King situation, because it just came back to me. I had lost it for a sec, but the Rodney King situation, it was similar to the George Floyd situation. The only thing is George Floyd lost his life, and they was expecting us to riot. And the thing is, we didn't. It was a lot of people in costume looking like us doing a lot of that shit. I don't know if y'all noticed when that went down, when they was like showing the news and videos and stuff like that. It was random stacks of bricks near government buildings. For what? Catch my drift? Like just random stuff to start destroying, just laying around. And a lot of us didn't follow it. It was purposely set there hoping that things would go left and we would start destroying just so they could, what's the word I'm looking for? Grant martial law. And notice the shit didn't go down like that. It was a lot of white folks that was doing it. I mean, you seen black people when I don't even know if they was real black people, because at the same time when that shit was going out, they also showed bodysuits where people could put it on and they look black. You know what I'm saying? And like I said, don't take none of my word for this. Do your own research. This is how I found a lot of shit out. This was my start on spirituality and realizing that a lot of shit around me was fake. I had to do my own research. I had to go down that rabbit hole. Now, I will say, once you start going down that rabbit hole, you got to keep going. Because if you stop somewhere too long, you might start going crazy because you're starting to realize a lot of shit that was going around you wasn't really fucking real. The shit was fucking fake. The shit that you was fucking taught in school wasn't fucking real. Like, it's been so much fake shit, it don't make any sense. One thing that stuck with me, and I know I may be going here, there, and everywhere, but I'm gonna reel it back in. I remember this story when I was in elementary school about George Washington, how he had wooden teeth. They made wooden teeth because he didn't have any for him to eat. Now we all know, like when wood get wet, what it do? It eventually gets soggy. Make it make sense. Later on, I found out just doing research that no, he pulled teeth from his slaves and made a whole mouth. That shit is still on display in Europe right now. Right now.
Huh.
But in school, they told us it was wooden teeth. You see how they fucking whitewash shit? And it don't even make sense. It don't even make sense. And I'm just go ahead and chime into it, even though I said I don't speak on it. I'm gonna speak on it. When they say Jesus was born, the letter J wasn't even in the alphabet at the time. So how was his name Jesus? What I researched is that all of that transpired, but they backdated it. They backdated it because they needed the people to have somebody to believe in. And also, just like tithings didn't start out like that. It started out like that because the church was going fucking broke because they were doing bullshit. So they started taking tithes, for prayers, for them to do this, for them to do that, just to make money.
You know who put that in there, right?
Who put that in there, bro?
I'm about to tell you.
Tell me.
I'm gonna tell you who put it. The church fathers put that in there.
The church fathers.
People don't talk about them. See, the church fathers are the ones that put what they wanted to put, like the canon, the whole Holy Bible, what they wanted to put in there. So the church fathers, like the Book of Enoch and a couple other books.
Where is the book? Where is the book? It's not in the Bible no more.
I mean, I'm just saying the reason why, because the church fathers took them out. So they just left them with 66 books. But it's more books because they have. That's why I said somebody could never truly get the real truth, because the missing books, but the other missing book, it's other missing books in different geographical locations.
Talk your shit,
like,
bro.
Okay, so the church fathers, when they broke it down, like even when they came up with the image of Jesus, they did that at the Council of Nicaea 325 AD. Because, they really did, when they started talking about Jesus, nobody really had a eyewitness account, because they started writing about Jesus, prophesying about Jesus, like, what was it, 100 years after he died? So if this story is 100 years old, how can we truly get the real? Like, is this real that they telling us, or is this what man telling us? That's why when you learn about the church fathers, you understand that they did a lot of crooked shit.
Testify.
Like Constantine and all them, they did a whole lot of crooked shit. But your other books, that's why when we were having a discussion earlier, when I say everything the same, is because when you get the other books, you're looking at other religions too as well. So all these religions is really one thing. It's a secret. It's a secret in the Bible where at the Tower of Babel, when the tower came down, everybody spoke different languages. Now you see everybody, they speak different languages. They got different outlooks and points of view of religion. But it's all talk about one thing. It's all talk. Whether the story is different or not, they all point to that there's this being that created everything. It's always that story.
And they light as shit.
You get what I'm saying? But a lot of this stuff was written by men. A lot of people don't understand that. Man is not perfect. You get what I'm saying? So that's why
their eyes and their book, they try to make it seem like they're perfect. Just like when Paul a murderer?
Yeah, Paul was a Greek. He wasn't even part of the. See, a lot of people don't understand that Paul was a Greek. He wasn't even. They later they made him an Israelite, but he wasn't an Israelite by blood.
Mm-hmm.
Get what I'm saying? Because at some point in the Old Testament, salvation was only for Israelites. So if you was a Hamite or anything else like that, you didn't have salvation. They didn't have salvation till Jesus came. When Jesus came down, everybody, as long as you believe in him, you could get salvation.
Lasting
You
life.
get what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
But this is what the church fathers wrote, though. I'm just telling you what the church fathers wrote.
Hey.
So this is the backstory to the display that they give to us. Like, this is what man have prepared for us to believe in. But I ain't saying it's a bad thing. I don't take nothing from nobody what they believe. I ain't saying it's a bad thing because the Bible has helped change a lot of people. It also made a lot of people corrupt too.
I would agree.
It made a lot of people corrupt too.
Churches, they know
a lot of people are blind.
Very
right.
A lot of people know the truth and they still play the game because now they know what's behind the curtain. And so they play off of that. And a lot of these multi-million-dollar churches, that's what they're doing. That's exactly what they're doing.
But it's like you said too
period.
earlier.
It doesn't matter what religion it is. It was created to have someone fear any kind of retribution for going against what they said, right?
Yes.
Because honestly, you don't need religion to know that you have a morality, right? A moral code, a moral compass.
Go ahead,
you don't need
Drew.
religion for that. So when you think about it holistically, you know what I'm saying, like religion, what is the difference between a cult?
It's not no different.
It's no different because, and then you think about the religion, you think about a cult. What's the difference between schools?
Ain't no different. They do the same thing.
They do the same thing. If you
What's
disobey,
the difference between schools and prison?
you're going to hell. If you do this, you're going to jail. If you do that, you're gonna, these systems are meant to control. And personally, I know. I mean, people get upset about that, but it is what it is. I know what I know. These things are meant to keep us in a state of fear, meant to keep us in a state of struggle, a state of confusion. So we don't understand that we are the source. So that we don't understand, like, this is whatever they're trying to get you to seek outside yourself, it is you. And that's where the confusion comes. And that's why people are so. I wanted this young man wanted to argue with me religion, and I don't argue religion. I don't argue anything, because whatever floats your boat, I'm cool with it, you know. And he was like, well, he's telling me all these things about what his faith did for him. And I said, yeah, but it's faith. Faith, meaning that you have very little facts, but there's things that you absolutely know. And because of your faith, you choose not to acknowledge those things that you actually know. I said, that's cognitive dissonance. That is a mental health problem, baby. That is a mental health problem. You got to get that looked at. Because if something you believe in can make you turn a blind eye to something that you absolutely have a fact of knowing, then that's a problem. That's a mental health issue.
Mm-hmm.
And religion keeps people tied up in knots. Oh, they need something to believe in. Believe in yourself.
Right.
I am exactly who I say I am.
Yourself.
I am exactly who I say I am. All right? Like, believe in yourself. We can't keep going around and expecting people to understand what's going on around the world when they can't understand things as simple as who they are and how they should move forward in life and how they should move in this world. Like that.
Man,
right there.
The popcorn.
You so silly, bro.
I'm telling you, when you speak, I listen.
Look, we got.
But like I always tell people this right here. It's a difference between believing and knowing. I always say that they go along with what she just said. It's a difference between
Absolutely.
believing and knowing. You believe whatever you want to,
Absolutely.
but do you know?
Yeah.
Right. And
That's
the thing
blind
is, like,
faith.
what are you feeling? Like, I don't know. I don't know. Maybe it's just because I feel things differently. But when something don't set well with my spirit, I
can't
feel
do it.
it.
Yeah, I can't
Right?
do it.
What?
And
Like,
you
and
can't
you see
pinpoint what it
something,
is, but you like just something ain't right.
something
I
ain't
can't.
right.
I
Or
can't.
like old folks used to say, something in the water ain't clean. Okay?
Mm-hmm.
Something in the water ain't clean.
Mm.
And I stop because we not fixing to do this because it don't feel right to me. And people will literally go
Mhm.
against every fiber of their actual being,
Mhm.
everything inside them, intuition,
Telling you it
their
ain't
fight
right.
or flight nerve, telling them that like your
It's time to go.
parasympathetic nerve is telling you, look, this
And
is
you
not
still
right,
go
and
with
you
it.
still do it. Like I just don't understand. I just
I
don't
don't either.
understand.
I mean, you had got downloads. 2 random people told you the same shit
Girl, the
because you ain't
ancestors
trying to
is
listen
knocking
for
right
the
at your
first
head.
time. Yeah. Like random person knocking your door. Look, I just wanted to tell you, this, that, and the third. And they still like, yeah, no, I'm good. I'm
That's
You
good.
because
know?
they vibration too low.
Very, very, and
I
that's
mean, sometimes
that's the reason why a lot
sometimes
of
it
these
don't
shows
be
are
low
going on
though.
in
It's
the
just
news
they just
to
going
bring
against the
down.
grain.
Yeah, a lot of this stuff that's going on in the news is literally to bring down the vibration. This is why you see a lot of killings of us on social media and live stream things. It's because they want us to vibrate on a lower level so they can be able to control.
Yeah, but that's not really how it's working out. And I think
It's
I
not
think
it's anymore. It's not
I
anymore.
think they found out with I think they found out with like Mike Brown, and I mean there was a little ruckus,
Mm-hmm.
but I think they kind of found out then that the shift was happening. You know what I'm
Mm-hmm.
saying? There's a shift in this, and
Yeah.
especially now where we are in this
Yeah.
political environment, Black folks is taking a break because a
Yeah.
lot of times, every time something happened, everybody looked to Black women to be on the forefront of every freaking issue. We
Because
supposed to be
we're the
marching. We're
backbone.
supposed to be do this. We're supposed to be doing that, and we just
We're literally the backbone. This is the reason why
yeah.
we're tore down
No,
so
baby,
many.
we're the bluept.
What
We're the
what is the
blueprint.
blueprint? The blueprint was the backbone, right? Because
No,
you had to have
we ain't nobody
before you had
backbone,
the building.
baby. Mm-mm.
We had to
We
have a
not
blueprint before we had the building.
we not the strongest. We not the backbone. Cause guess what? Don't nobody come to the rescue of an elephant. Just because we can do it, don't mean that we should, and don't mean that we
I
have
agree
to.
with that.
We deserve to be soft too. We deserve to be protected. We deserve to be all
True.
of that. And the narrative behind Black women is that we could do it. She got it.
Yeah.
If you call up
And
somebody in your
we
family right
persevere.
now and be like, I'm having a hard time, I'm going through shit, what they gonna tell you? Girl, you got this, just stay strong, just stay strong. Meanwhile, you could
You
be in the
damn near
middle of a
about to
damn
break
mental
down.
breakdown.
Exactly. And I'm saying that because I literally went through that and I called everybody that I freaking could because
Yeah,
I felt like I was literally about to take my life. Like I felt so
yeah.
low and I'm literally reaching out for help. And I'm an alpha female by force, not by choice. So I've always had to be strong regardless. And at that time I felt like that I could not go on. Like I had
A lot
never
of Black
been
women
so
have that,
low. And
you
everybody
know.
that I call, when I say everybody that I call,
You
either I
got
can
it.
get a hold of them or why is you acting like this? Like you doing too much.
What is wrong with you? It ain't that bad.
What?
Or
I
or
called
you
my
got it. You're
father. He
strong.
said, you gonna do this the day that I'm retiring? What?
Wow.
Like I'm telling you, I'm ready to take my life. I'm literally ready to take my life. I can't do it. Like, and I'm telling you, I got my pistol on my side. Like, I can't do it. I can't do it.
Listen.
But all I could freaking think about was who is really going to take care of my daughters. I wasn't even thinking about my son. I was thinking about my daughters because I grew up. without my mother. So a lot of things that I had to learn as far as being a woman, I had to learn from other people's mothers.
Exactly. That's why we have to make sure that we correct the narrative.
Mm-hmm.
Make sure that we correct the narrative. Don't call me strong. Don't do that.
Mm-hmm.
Don't do that. Don't call me strong. Don't call me. Don't tell me. Oh, I can. You could do anything, baby. Telling me I can get through anything by myself is like calling me big money, baby. We is done talking.
Exactly.
We is done talking.
I like that.
Okay.
I like
we is
that.
done talking because that's the whole
Especially if you're
problem
willing
right
to
now.
sit there and watch me struggle while
Ain't
you
doing it.
chillax. Like,
Right.
you got this. You got this.
And
Don't
they-
worry about it. You got it.
Black
Like, I'm
black
literally
women taking
telling
a break.
you, I'm about to break. I'm fist to fall. Help me. My back is against the wall. She got the drop on us. Help me. Nigga.
Yeah, she don't. And I mean, I try not to get in a situation where I have to depend on or rely on anybody, but at the same time, I have adjusted my life to not being the one that people reach out to. Don't reach out to me. You need help because I'm worried about me, right? And you have to be selfish like that, because if you don't worry about you, girl, ain't nobody gonna worry about you.
Like,
And that's why we have to separate
everybody else
ourselves.
cup, nobody is
I
feeling
think
it.
the problem is that now everybody done been through that. Because
Yeah.
everybody been put in a situation where they got to move independently. You know what I'm saying? Like
Yeah.
the whole dynamic, even within families, the whole dynamic of being able to depend on each other, man, like that shit is eroding. So it's like everybody doing their own thing. You might have some people they call, but then like, okay, well, they call me, but they don't know what I'm going through because I'm going through this. But I just don't tell nobody what I'm going. You know what I'm saying? It's like everybody be fighting battles. You know what I'm saying? Everybody be having battles going on.
And that's true. That's true. Everybody fights battles.
So some people,
however, I mean, that's just
some
historically
people will
that women
express
have,
it,
black
and some
women have
people
always
still try
been
to
the
push through.
ones that we have to do things. We have to do it. And unfortunately, we get it from the medical field. We get it from the police department. We get it from our families. We get it from, and we have to change that narrative. We really do, because when society starts to reach out to us to handle the problems of America, when society reaches out to black women to handle the problems that they created,
like, we supposed to have the answers, even though
black women been doing too damn much.
we do. We have so much on
We've
our
been doing too much.
make no sense.
I mean, okay, so let me ask you something.
It's just been too much. So that we gotta rein that in.
Yeah, I know this is neither here nor there, and
I'm saying, like, what you're saying makes sense, but do you think now that we're to a point where it's kind of hard to rein anything in? I mean, like, out of everything we've been fighting against to fix, what have we reined in that was going on before we were born?
I'm sorry.
Name.
Huh?
Did you gonna say something? You said, I know this is way off script, and then you just got quiet.
It was literally way off script. I don't even want to say it no more. Okay, I'm gonna say it.
So hold on. So y'all not gonna answer my question?
Yeah, hold on. Smith, how come every time you get on here, your background always look like your family?
Because I'm black.
Great answer. I'm sorry. What was your question again?
I mean, does it offend you?
Of course not. I love it every time.
Right. Okay. What I was saying was,
why I can't hear him?
You can't hear me?
Is he talking?
Yeah.
I can't hear him. Can you hear him?
Yeah, I can hear him.
I can hear you.
Clear. We can hear you, and he can hear you too. So if he just ask the question, I repeat it.
What in the hell?
But I do. I love everyone in your background, sir. It'd be phenomenal every time.
What I was saying was, okay, before any of us was born, right? It was issues
I
going
thought
on.
you weren't talking. I thought you were just talking.
How many of those issues have been fixed that were going on before we were born?
So before we were born, how many issues have been fixed
Right.
since we've been born?
Right.
None.
Right.
None has been
So
fixed.
my question is that where we're at now, can we rein back in anything, or we're gonna have to create something new?
A lot of them got worse.
I've always been told things are going to have to be destroyed before you can recreate. So right now, things are being destroyed. Systems are being torn down. A lot of
Habits have to be
done. The
broken.
darkness coming to the light, and this is what we're going to need to be able to rebuild. We're going to have to unlearn and relearn. A lot of things that we learned growing up wasn't true, or wasn't even how it was supposed to be. And now that we are older, we're able to understand that. And now that we see the problem, we have to find a solution. So what is the solution? Now, granted, the solution that you come up with may not be the right solution, but at least you try something different than the previous generation. And that's what we're supposed to be doing. The next generation is supposed to be pushing or catapulting the generation further than what the previous did. And a lot of our generations have been on that hamster wheel where everybody has been, doing the same thing over and over again. Just like I said once before, a lot of the stuff that we think is hereditary is really not hereditary. It's just we've been passing down the same fucking recipes to generation. And I'm not talking about food recipes, certain things that we do, how we do things, where we go to get help, things like that. It's been passed down and we keep doing the same thing over and over again. And if you ever stop to ask, like, well, why are we doing it? I don't know, because my mama did it. I don't know, because my daddy did it. I don't know, because my grandma did it. We never really have a lot of the answers. We're just doing it because we were told to, and that's how we were bred to do as what we were told. Even though it, just like Juju said, some of us have been going with things knowing that it was against what we felt was right. And instead of us doing the right thing and actually putting in the work, because that's something that, we've always been accused of, is that we don't work hard or we don't like to put in work. No, we're fucking overworked. We're overworked. Like our ancestors did work for us. Like
I think we work hard. I think we work hard to fit in or be accepted because we feel like we weren't accepted. But what I'm saying is though, the natural work, I don't think that we really push it. Like you got certain people who push it, but as a collective, like that's like secondary. You know what I'm saying? Like if you ask a person, would you rather have a good spirit or be rich? They'll be like, well, give me the money and I'll figure out how to have a good spirit later on.
Nah, I'd rather have a good
You know
spirit. That money is gonna travel with that good spirit.
Yeah, but
I'm gonna pull that.
But that's not the sentiment of most people, driven by how the way the world is going. You know what I'm saying? Most people move in the flow of let me get what I want, and when I'm comfortable, then I'll focus on being a good person.
I'm the type of everybody going left, I'm going right.
And because of this, though, it's so many things that you can get drawn into while you chasing these financial things that by the time you get what you want, can you even get back to being that spiritual person that you wanted to be initially? You know what I'm saying? A lot of people just can't get back. They don't even know how to get back. And when they look around, they just surround themselves around people just like them, so they ain't got nobody to lean on to help them find a way back. You just end up with a group of lost people. And I think that's kind of
it's too hard to get back. That's not the effort. Yeah, it's too hard for them to get back, so they don't do the effort because it's easier just staying amongst the people that they like, right?
Yeah,
what you become.
And
I think a lot of us try to do that.
If everybody like you, you're not doing something right. Exactly. If you get along with everybody, you're not doing something right.
Shit. I don't know. I really don't even know if anybody like me or not.
What you got over there?
Yeah, I never gave a fuck about people like me.
Okay.
That was the first thing.
Got outside of here. I'm definitely gonna be calling you after this. I hope you got a little bit of time.
Oh yeah, I'm good.
Okay, cool.
Yeah, I don't even know if anybody likes me or not. I don't know what do they do? Go up to people and be like, hey, do you like me?
You want to
Do
be
you like me?
friends? Do you like me?
Why don't do you like it? Like, what the fuck is y'all on? For real.
They want to be accepted. People don't know how to be happy within themselves.
I had somebody tell me, he said, you're too much. I said, no, nigga, you just
too
basic.
There you
You
go.
just basic. And you can't
Basic.
handle extra. And that's fine. Stay out my lane.
That's what I'm talking about. Like, why is you being mediocre?
Why is you over there happy with mediocrity? Like, go on about your
Exactly.
business.
Bump on a log ass nigga.
You need help. You're so crazy. But yeah, like the acceptance part, and I see it when it makes me cringe when I see it amongst grown people. Like, cause what is you doing?
Chilling.
Why is you kissing somebody's ass?
We
What
too
are you
grown.
doing there? Why?
Ain't you too grown to
Who
be
are
lying
you
and shit?
really?
Fuck is
Who
that?
are you really? It's like
And nobody, because
y'all.
they ain't found themselves yet. They
Have
still
y'all seen
Pookie and little man in them. You ain't even using your real name now. You goddamn 45 years old. The fuck? When the fuck are you gonna be Terrence? Where the fuck you gonna be Charles?
For real? Like, when are you gonna be that?
I mean, really?
60 years old, people still
Hey, you
calling
gonna be
you
little man forever?
Buki.
56. Hey, little man. The fuck? Your name is Charles. Hi, Charles. How are you?
I mean, but personally, because I'm a woman, I think I take personal offense to seeing women not being who they really are and not being comfortable with themselves around other
You're
women. Like,
always
that shit
worried about what other
makes me mad.
it
Like,
does.
why are you so worried about other people? You know?
I'm saying, are they paying your bills? Do they give you a stipend every month?
Because like that's how
Is
they
it
was brought
like
up.
a car or something?
Like think about it. We
Making
was
your
kind of bred to think this way right from school. From
blowing
being
in your
little kids. You know what I'm saying? The popular kid in school. You know what I'm saying? The jocks, the cheerleaders, the pretty people, the nerds. You know what I'm saying? The loners. Like it started out in school, and then when they come out with movies, you know what I'm saying? Showing this whole image. When you watch a movie, Disney movie, the jock in school and the cheerleader girlfriend, the basketball player, the football player.
You're right. Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? Like it already trained us to do what's acceptable. It was training us right then.
I don't
many
know.
movies have
I
you ever
just kind of
seen?
feel like you grow out of it, right?
I mean, a lot of people don't never grow out of it. I'm talking about like top tier
people
top tier people in the world right now probably still move based off the same principles they got at high school. All they did was just learn more stuff. But they move off the same principles.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
It never changed. Yeah.
That's crazy.
I know old folks that stopped growing at 16 and 17. They still want to do 16, 17 shit.
Yep.
And that's where the trauma transpired with them to where they got stuck there. And they chose not to grow anymore.
Yeah.
Because they were scared to. They were scared to. And now they have gotten comfortable to where that's them the rest of their lives. They have gotten that fucking comfortable. Each time that I feel like wanting to give up or just stay stagnant, I think about people in my family. I got an aunt that never drove, always got on the bus, and been at the same fast food restaurant for 30 years. Ain't never got a raise. And they even offered her a management position, and she felt like that she couldn't take it. You want to know why? Because she was stuck somewhere. It was some trauma that happened with her, and she has been stuck there ever since and can't get out. It's almost like she's in an invisible box and just banging on the goddamn walls, but can't get out.
That's crazy.
That is my motivation every time I think about giving up, because I want more out of life. I don't want to be on Section 8 housing forever in my life, which I'm just going ahead and say I've never been on Section 8 housing. I wish I could get that, but
I have been. Ain't no shame in my game. I sure have.
No shame, and I'm just saying.
And I leveled up. But
yeah, I'm just saying I don't want to be stuck. 10 years from now, I don't want to be right here. I want to be doing something different.
Let me ask you a question though, and I ain't wishing nothing on you. But like, okay, not just you, but people in general.
Mm-hmm.
Have you ever been in Section 8 housing and you see some people act one way, but then you got other people who act a totally different other way?
Yeah, I've been on public housing before, and you have
Exactly. So like, see, like you can see the difference, like between like people who say, "Well, I'm here, so I have to be this way," and then you got somebody down the street. Oh, that's the working man because he get up and go to work every morning. He the working man. They talk about him like he a bad person because they choose to do other things during the daytime. You know what I'm saying? He trying to figure out how to get out. Or she trying to get out. You know what I'm saying? They make sure their kids do their homework, make sure their kids be in the house at a certain time. They doing all the things to get out of there. You know what I'm saying?
Some people just
happy. They happy being
they don't care. They happy with their free lunch.
Yeah. Because they got their own little community right there, and whether good or bad, they find a way to bond.
Just like fast, that shit fade the fuck out. It's a hit for a little while, but after a while, that shit fade out.
You know, they bond over the typical things: income taxes, buying shoes on sale, Walmart got a clearance, Christmas time struggle, Thanksgiving dinner struggle. They bond over those things. Like, you know, I know people that ain't never known there was no struggle.
Celebrate you. Those are pagan holidays anyway. Why the hell is you celebrating Thanksgiving when they killed your
because
people?
That's what they do. Like when you stuck into
but I'm just saying that's what woke me up though, because I was in that cycle too. And I thought about it, like, why am I doing this? Like, what are we doing this for?
Why are you going broke every Christmas?
Exactly. First of all, I'm not about to sit up here and keep up with the Joneses. We don't even celebrate Christmas. I give my kids gifts year round. We don't need to celebrate Christmas. Now, with their grandparents, it's something different, you know, because I can't take that away. A lot of older folk, you know, Christianity got them by. It helped them survive. I don't even mess with them on that. Even with my brother, and this speaks volumes right here for me. My big brother is the only male in my family that ever made me feel safe.
I know that's right.
But at the same time, this nigga has been locked up majority of my life. Right. Okay. But now he's in the church. You know, he's been out. He's been doing good. He's in a safe place. I respect that. He's the elder in the church and everything. I respect that. I don't even fuck with that, you know, but we have an understanding. I do my team, you do your team, and I'm happy for you. I'll even go to some of his little Sunday little church meetings or whatever, just to, you know, let him know I still got your back. But at the same time, this ain't my gig. This ain't what I'm into, you know, but it keeps you safe. It keeps you happy, and I'm happy that you're happy, type thing.
You know, I think I try to explain it like this. I can go and sit and listen to a sermon and take away with it what benefits me and what relates, right? It's just like having a reading from tarot card. You know what I'm saying? If it fits, it fits. If it don't, let it fly. But
true.
For me, it's always going to be about the energy you receive from it. Okay?
Anybody. I don't learn from a crackhead.
Right.
And
I sit around here and listen to gospel music all day. I love gospel music because of how it makes me feel. The music itself makes me feel. And when anything you're doing, it's manifestation. Whether you want to stay in a good mood, whatever has your energy highest, that's what it's going to be. And I can go and sit in church and I'm cool. I ain't going to be offended. I'm going to go and take what I can, and whatever I can't, it's just another day. But I think it's just the other way around. People that are heavy in religion,
they
kind of get offended. They can't do the same thing. You know what I'm saying? I have people want to know things about what I practice, but as soon as I start speaking it, it's like their cognitive dissonance kicks in and they're offended before they even know what's going on. And Yeah. So, but yeah, I mean, you can listen to gospel music. You can go to a sermon
Hmm.
and still hold firm in what you believe in.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't believe that it's real. I believe all of it's allegory. You know, I believe we were fed a whole bunch of things to make us forget who we are.
Yep.
And if that is true, then everything we've ever been told is a lie. Everything we've
Yeah.
ever been told is a lie.
It is. It
And you
is.
just kind
A
of
lot
have to
of
make
stuff
that
we were told was a lie.
assumption. Yeah, you just gotta you have to move with that. You know what I'm saying? You gotta move with that assumption. Everything they told us was a lie. The only thing that I can rely on is how I feel and what I feel in my heart and how my spirit moves me and how my soul feels and how this energy feels. That's all you really can do. That's all you really can do. You can just do what's right. What you feel like is right. What you feel like is wholesome, and move on throughout the daggone day. Meanwhile, you know, people fighting over religion. Ain't nobody got time for that.
Yeah.
I think people need to really like understand it. Like
Where get that
those
from?
those people have infiltrated every. I think once people really, really, really realize that they have infiltrated everything,
Right, right.
like I don't think they really believe that yet.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah, I
they
don't
have
think so either.
infiltrated. When I say everything,
Everything.
everything.
Everything. That's why you got to pay attention to certain things. You
Yeah,
really do. You
yeah.
can't
Just
take anything
like
for.
these ministers that be getting caught up in having homosexual acts. They're a
Hmm.
part of it. You know what I'm
Some
saying?
just came out and just like, you know what, I'm gay. Here's
They're a
my
part of
husband,
it.
the first man of the church.
They're a part of it.
Even they've even infiltrated the the occult world.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
Um
Yeah.
they've even infiltrated the occult world. Like I see things on TikTok and I'm like, that ain't what that mean.
Yeah, I know, right?
That ain't what that mean. You about to have somebody photo. That is not what
Uh-huh.
that do.
They do.
You know? And I saw a couple of things. I was like, yo, this is crazy that this is coming across my feed because
Yeah.
this is outrageously incorrect. But you're right. They have infiltrated every corner, every facet of life. You
Because
cannot,
they're trying to gain the flock back.
you
Trying to gain
have
the
got
flock
to be
back.
able to feel. We have souls and spirit, like we have that for a reason, y'all. We have it for a reason. If it does not resonate with you, let that shit go.
Yeah.
And to your point, Smith, also things, material things.
Yes.
And I wouldn't say they infiltrated material things, but I would say that they are definitely putting a lot of focus on a lot heavier focus on a lot of material things.
Mm-hmm.
And I feel like that definitely kind of plays into that. For instance, I've been in the market for another place, so I've been looking, and the amount of absolute smart homes are scary to me. Scary. We did a tour, and the doorknob, like the key fob, there's no key.
Uh-huh.
It's a smart home, all right? There's no key. So you open the door, it locks behind you. Mind you, we're touring, okay? We're touring. You have to have a code to get in and a code to get out. Um, I mean everything from each
They was trying to lock you up
room.
in
Yeah, girl, but I bust the window out your car. Boy, I bust that window right out.
there. Yeah.
I'm claustrophobic, baby. I'm getting up out of there. Okay. But each room had its smart thermostats. Um, each room had smart lighting. Like the fans had lights it's a smart light, like
And guess what? That AI is
everything.
coming in there. AI is
A smart stove, a smart refrigerator. I
yeah, the
was
smart shit.
terrified. Yeah. A smart refrigerator, the one with the panel on the front. It's like a tablet on the front of it. And you just like, yeah. Yeah. I was like, yo, this is scary, right? Because if we're
George,
going into a digital age, they could actually lock you into your apartment.
and some of those movies have been like that, where they have been locked down in their apartments and none of the smart shit worked.
Yes,
Took over.
there's actually a movie that just came out about that, like maybe a year ago. What was her name? It was kind of comparable to Alexa, but they couldn't say Alexa, or Siri, and they couldn't say Siri, but it was about the
Amanda,
AI.
Amanda,
Yeah,
please.
and she was like taking over, trying to be a mom or whatever. Yeah, and I was just like, this is really scary. It's a whole subdivision of smart homes, and I'm like, oh
Ooh.
my God. It provided all the comfort, Smith. Remember we were talking about that, like how it would be divided into kind of like two areas, and the people that stayed within that would have that comfort. Like, it's going to be comfortable.
Right.
It's just not going to be in your control. And that's really what they provided, because these places were nice. I'm talking, it was 4-bedroom townhouse. It was a beautiful home, and it was an incredible price. I was like, yo, this is way too cheap. $1,500, $1,495. I'm like, this is way too cheap. But I walked in and I realized I just couldn't do it. Like, this is scary to me. But that's what we're heading towards, where we're gonna have to make a choice of what we want: freedom or being controlled. And there's a lot of people in this world that are okay with being guided towards what they want, because they don't take the time to listen to themselves. Yeah, they don't care.
And,
That's
and like
what's
on
going
top
on
of that,
now. A lot
right?
of people.
Imagine like having that level of comfort, and then like you have an issue with your job, and you think like, I don't want to have to go back to a regular house. Let me cut some corners so that I can keep this. You know what I'm saying? Or so I can upgrade because such and such got this in their house, and this
Yeah.
nice, so I want it too. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Well, how did they get that? And I need that too. And da 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 da. Yeah.
yep.
And it makes you're right, because it would make the stakes higher. It'll be a bigger risk, because the margin for the in between is, oh wow. I'm man, listen, I'm good over here. I don't need all of that. I just feel like that would be too much control over who I am as a person and my autonomy. But there are people, and we have to start recognizing that there are people, and recognizing those people that are okay with that.
Yep.
Because
they'll do anything to keep it too.
I don't know if I ever told y'all, but the start of my spiritual journey, I was about maybe 16, 17, somewhere in there. And I had went to a house party with my sister. One of her good friends threw the party. And all of us knew each other. Like, I knew all of them because they grew up with my sister. So these are like sisters from another misters and brothers from another mother type thing. We're chilling, we're hanging, we're drinking. My sister is like 8 years older than me. Give me that. My sister's like 8 years older than me. All right. And this particular night, smokers go to the garage. So we went out. I'm sitting in the garage on a little 4-wheeler, and my sister's childhood friend is another one. She actually like grew up with us. Like, she stayed in the house and everything. And she was talking about the esoteric agenda. And it hit me like, what is that? Or whatever. And they was talking about some stuff that I had never heard of. Like, but it spooked me because I know that, this girl, she got the right head on her shoulders. So if she's saying that she's seen this and she believes it's like, what is it? So I decided to look it up. It's on YouTube. It's several episodes. And earlier when I said when you start going down that rabbit hole, you can't stop halfway. You got to keep freaking going, because if you stop, that shit might make you crazy, because it throws so much out there of what's going on. Like, down to like the littlest things, to how you write your name. If somebody sends you something in all capital letters, your name in all capital letters, or your name in all lowercase letters but a capital letter to start with, like, it was just so much. Just the government, the currency, everything that's going on, how, you know, the earth is like the mother, you know, and right now she is purging to bring in something new. Like I said, the esoteric agenda has so much chock full of what the government is doing, what's going on around us, why this is going on around us, how we're being treated, how we're workhorses, but we really don't know it. Why, you know, the school system does certain things with kids and specific kids. You know, it really goes into all of that. And that was the start of me searching for answers, because the questions that I had when I was in the church house, they couldn't get answered. And it was straightforward questions. We would go to the Bible. The pastor would say a quote from the Bible. Now let us pray. And in the middle of prayer, it was like, you ain't answering none of the questions that I had. And it was shocking to me. It was shocking to me, because this is all that I knew. And it's like, now what do? Do I stay here and pretend like none of this stuff is going on out here? Or do I start doing research? That shit was scary as fuck. It was scary as fuck, because I knew that I was alone, you know, and I was starting to recognize a lot of things. Like, I could be in the same room with, I'm not even gonna say the same mind frame of people, but similar, and I would catch things that's going on, and it still went over their head and through the woods. And was like, but you didn't hear that? You didn't see that? Like, what are you talking about? That's not what they said. Like, but it is. And I think that was the start of being woke, if you will, where you see things differently. Like, A, B, and C can be on the wall, but you seen it as an acronym. You seen it as Aunt Betsy's Cafe. Somebody else just saying it was just ABC. You kind of get what I'm saying? Or am I losing y'all? Am I losing y'all?
No, I hear you.
Y'all know what'd you say?
No, I hear you.
Yeah. And it's like, once you are woke and you start to see things like that, it's like, do you hop back on that hamster wheel because nobody else sees it? Or do you continue the journey because you don't want the same things that they want?
You got to
The
know
thing
that
is, they don't
that
know what they want.
you're gonna be by yourself.
And you
gotta
are.
accept-
You
gotta
are.
accept. You gotta accept you're gonna be by yourself.
I had
Say
to
it
accept
again.
it, because I was waiting on others to catch
Stop
up
doing
with
that.
me, and they never did. And the people that I was waiting to catch up with me were older ones that I looked up to. But instead, I found out later on they was waiting on me to make a move. Ain't that crazy?
Yeah.
No, it's
Like,
really not. When you think about all the stuff going on and how people can get manipulated and how they can wake up and fall right back asleep in a blink of an eye,
right.
it's common. You just gotta look at it like, okay, they fell back asleep. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You just
And
gotta make sure that you stay awake. You know what I'm saying? And when they
experienced,
talk to you, you gotta
yeah.
filter out what they telling you, because they'll try to get you to go back if you ain't
Yes.
paying attention to
I
what they.
experienced that with my daddy. When I found out about the esoteric agenda. I showed my daddy, and he watched all of them, and he was just like shocked. And for a second, like, he was believing it, but I think he stopped midway. It was like, fuck that shit. I'm going to church. To this day, my dad don't even go to church no more, but he's very religious. He won't even go in the church house anymore because he sees certain things, but at the same time, he's been doing the same thing over and over again to where he's comfortable or what have you. He's reached where he wanted to go. He's accomplished what he wanted to do. He wanted to make sure that he had a house that was paid off on land. He wanted to make sure that he had a couple cars. He completed that. He don't want nothing else. He don't want it. He's fine. He's totally fine. And when I say my work ethic, my entrepreneurial skills, I inherited that from my father. I seen the struggle that he had, and I kind of hate that, you know, when people feel like they get a certain age, like they don't have to learn anything else. I've always told myself, in order for me to be a good leader, I always have to stay studious. So I can't get stagnant. I can't get set in my ways, because if I get set in my ways, that means I stop leading. I stop leading. You have to keep evolving. You know, you just don't stop. Once you stop, then that is your placement. You know, you're not going anywhere else.
And a lot of times people are, it's not that they don't believe, it's that it's too overwhelming for them to fix. And that is too much for some people. Because they can only control their bubble and their world around them. And people have a hard time knowing the truth and also knowing that they're a small piece in what's going on. You know, so that tends to be an issue.
Yeah. And some people are just so arrogant or just so solid in what they've been taught. They just can't believe that they've been fooled like that. It's impossible. I've been taught this and such taught this, and I done did all these things that I know is real. So that
behind it
can't be real.
Right.
I would suggest you, man, like, man, I don't really know.
I listen to people when you said something about you have to make sure that you don't allow them to make you go to sleep. Like you don't allow them to put you in. And I promise you, I listen to people with my own type of veil on where it's almost kind of like squinting your eyes at a picture, you know, but like I can see you, but you're blurry. I can understand what you're saying, but I'm not absorbing that.
Right.
I hear you, but I'm not absorbing that. And I think that protecting your energy and protecting your space and not allowing people to connect with you on some bullshit like trauma bonding and things like that, that's important.
Fear is a cancer.
Yeah, that's important because
it will spread quickly.
You know, so you gotta.
And everybody is not meant to go where you're going. And sometimes we drag people where we're going when they wasn't even supposed to go. So we miss out on a lot of things because we're too busy dragging this person. And somebody's too busy looking back to where they can't see what's in front of them.
Yeah, that's a young person game now. I'll tell you that.
It's a young and an old person game.
Girl.
And an old person game. I've seen it.
If you've lived life and you're still doing the same things, because if you're that type of person, I know because I am that type of person, and you're still doing the same stuff, that's not nobody else. That's a you problem. And that's not even a problem. That's what you choose because you know better.
But you just choose.
So you choose that. You choose that.
It's easy.
And I say it's a young person game because when you're young, you think you haven't met the right people yet. You haven't. It might just be these folks. It might be those folks. I'm still da-da-da-da-da. No, it's not. It's that when you're that kind of person, and if you have a light that shines bright, if you have a spirit and a soul that resonates like and brings energy, people are going to want to snap onto you. They're going to want to hold on.
And
it doesn't mean that they want to do the work.
Yeah,
It just
they
means that
want to
they want
hold
to go
on
on for the
because
ride.
yeah, they want to be on for the ride. That way, when you actually get there to reap the benefits, they're gonna make it seem as if they're entitled to it too because they've been here with you the entire time. But at the same time, these are motherfuckers that was snatching bricks from your foundation.
Right. Like the buck stops here, baby.
Uh-huh.
Either you can be in on the groundwork and
Uh,
do some of this
everybody,
footwork with me,
yeah,
or you cannot be a part of it at all, because I think a lot of times what people try to do is avoid the grunt work.
yes, yes. Some people think that they everything should be handed to them.
And
No
I'm not finna do it.
work.
If I'm out here with my boots on
You
and
need
my
to be
with my boots on the ground,
uh-huh,
somebody else need to be out here with their boots on if you want to be a part of
exactly.
whatever goes on.
Pulling this shit out
And
of the mud.
yeah. And it goes the same way energetically. Like I'm not matching energy. Nigga, I'm not matching low effort energy. I'm just not gonna give you none.
Purpose. I got better shit to do. Like
Why
what
would I do that?
tomorrow?
Yeah,
What
like
stealing corner am I going to look at first when I get up in the AM? I got other shit to worry about.
like come on. Like we're not matching energy. I'm not matching your energy. I'm not matching nobody's low effort energy. I am exactly who I say I am. And with that being said, you have to believe you are exactly who you say you are and move in that to even for me to even deal with you.
And you want to know something? This is the reason why
Mm.
we're looked at like we feel like we're better than others. No, it's not that. It's that we have standards and we stick to them and we decide not to go lower than that.
And it's not even that I feel like I'm better than other people because I don't think about other
No,
people. I
you're
don't
not
compare
better than
myself
other
to
people.
nobody.
You have standards. That's all that is. You have standards, and some people can't understand that, and they feel like, "Oh, you think you too good." No, it's not that I think I'm too good. It's just I ain't going lower than this. This is
They
it.
better
That
they
this
better argue with somebody that care in them
your
because
ground
it
level
ain't
is
me.
down here. This is mine right here. This is that's the cutoff line right there.
But as with everything, there's levels to this.
It
Like
is
there's levels to everything in life. You don't get on Mario Brothers. Ain't nobody just start the game and then the next scene they saving the princess. That's not how that works. You got to go through levels.
exactly. And speaking of
You
that, how come you always getting kidnapped every time,
every time. Like
Peach? I mean,
we
is you
need.
want to be with this nigga though?
Nah, that's that. Well,
I'm just
I ain't
saying.
gonna say
They
that,
was
but
talking
yeah,
like, how come you always getting caught?
always. Like you
Like,
always getting caught up. Why you ain't never where you supposed to be at?
ain't never where you supposed to be at. Do you really want to be with this nigga? What? I mean, what is it? I mean, because you always with him. Like, you always let him catch you.
She didn't understand there's levels to this shit. She didn't understand that neither. But there's levels to this. There's levels to everything. People gotta understand that. Like I don't think
You
I'm
gotta
better than anybody else because I don't compare myself to anyone else. I literally don't even think about it. I it just doesn't even cross my mind. Oh, I'm better than this person. What I do think about is how can I do something different today? Man, I
Uh-huh.
got so much shit on my mind. I don't even have time to be worrying about somebody else
Exactly.
and what they got going on. It ain't about them. It's about focusing. My daughter, my youngest daughter, is a bit neurodivergent, and my mom helped me raise her a lot of her first 3 years. So she is like a very mature talker.
Uh-huh.
And one day she got really upset and they was bothering my baby. She'd be like, worry about your own self. And I said, you know what? You right. Everybody need to worry about their own self.
You see how you can just learn something from
Out of
any.
the mouth of babes.
There you go.
Worry about your own self and your
Yes.
own inner
Why
work.
you sweeping in front of my porch? Who's sweeping in front of yours?
Right. Like
Why are you
worry
in?
about that.
Who's worried about your business?
Right.
I,
And if we could get an understanding amongst, shoot, I'll keep it light, amongst 20 men
Ooh,
black men and 20
ooh,
black women,
ooh.
we'd be doing great. We'd be
That's
doing great.
monumental right there.
But
Ooh.
see, listen, this is how I see it. Okay.
Uh-huh.
We have, if we had 20 men that were pillars in their community, and I'm not talking about pastors and stuff like that. I'm talking about people know them from actual factual seeing them doing things in the community or helping out the older ladies carry groceries or opening doors or just by witnessing something good. And the same with women, right? Not oh yeah, she's a good person because she's beautiful, but she's a good person because she has a good heart. And she's a good person because she knows, you know what I'm saying, to where we can just sit down and have a freaking conversation. We may not be able to change the entire situation, but I can guarantee you out of 40 people, if we had a great conversation, shoot, if we had a bad conversation, our potential between 40 people going out in the world and talking to other people, we could affect 200, 300 people. You never know, but I think it's worth a shot to even try it because it's better than sitting and discussing a problem that we're not trying to fix. Because at the end of the day, black men are not going to make it without black women, and black women aren't going to make it without black men. And the root to every issue that we have in the black community is going to be the separation of black men and black women, because the beginning of life, the beginning of our formation itself is based upon the unity of masculine and feminine energy. There's my soapbox for the night.
Can I ask y'all something?
All right.
What if slavery never happened?
What does it matter?
Well, I'm saying it. So the part when they said they brought us over in boats, what if that never really happened?
It don't change shit.
I'm not saying it don't change anything, but part of our history is that we were enslaved and
We were kidnapped.
And we
Right.
we were kidnapped from Africa. But what if we were never kidnapped? What if we were already here?
It works. We were already here. Some of us are
A lot of us
indigenous to this
already
land.
here. But I'm saying, what if none of those boats never happened? Because one thing I can say is we have seen physically pictures of Caucasian immigrants coming over in boats.
Mm-hmm.
Well, look, let me
There's
ask you
an
something.
actual picture. Have you seen an actual picture of us being on boats?
Let me ask you this question.
Mm-hmm.
In this hypothetical situation, does the nature of the enslavers change? Because if their nature never changes, it may not have happened at their time period, but eventually they gonna do something because of their nature. You know what I'm saying? Whether it be we over here and they come and enslave us later on, or we just have this giant war because they trying to enslave us, like I think it happened because that was the nature of the people who did it. You know what I'm saying? Like it could have been purple people over there because of their
It's
nature.
just in their character, is
Yeah,
what
they
he's
would
saying. It's
enslave
just
them.
in their
You know what I'm
character
saying?
to enslave and rape and genocide and all of
And
that.
get
It's
over,
just in
yeah,
their character.
and use people and manipulate. Like,
True.
I mean, and that's the messed up part about it. I mean, it's messed up that it happened to us, but I just feel like overall the nature of those people was to commit that act. You know what I'm saying? Regardless
It
of
was
whoever
kind of
it
their
was.
it was kind of their purpose.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It was their purpose. And
Yeah,
it
I
still
said
is.
earlier that was the reason why we went through. Well, I'm not going to say that's the reason. I'm assuming my opinion is that that's the reason why we went through what we went through is because people that look like us actually did it first.
I don't
You know,
know. I mean, I don't
casting
totally
away our
agree.
own because they didn't look like us.
Well, I mean, every
Yeah.
ethnicity does
Uh-huh.
their own cleansing.
Yeah. But
So
out
it's
of
not
darkness
like
comes to light.
there's not anything specifically heinous about when black people do it. Like I really despise that narrative because every time it's a black person that kills a black person, oh, this is black on black crime, and it goes back to that as well. Oh, well, black people had slaves, so does that make it okay for them to own slaves? Like it's our business. One, all right, this is our business. They need to stay out of it. Two, every group of people, every ethnicity, white people kill their own more, Asian people kill their own more, and Asians been killing each other off for a long time. Okay, for a long time, that was the only way they could even get a position of power in their government. So they've been doing that forever. I think, unfortunately, we probably will never know the actual truth about what actually happened. Do I think that maybe they tried to cause confusion because they don't want us to know that we're indigenous to this land? Absolutely.
Yeah.
But did they succeed in that? Not all the
They
way.
made a great attempt and they fooled a lot of people, but somehow we still have the blueprint.
And listen,
Something within
think
us
about it.
leading us, but a lot of us choose to not to listen because it goes against what's going on outside of what's in them.
Right. But listen now, that's the thing too, right? We have to understand that who we are and why we're being oppressed and suppressed so greatly. Everything that they do comes from a portion of who we come from. The rituals they stole, the languages that they tried to kill that we were speaking, the religions that they hid when we came over here or when they found us, all of that it came from us.
Yeah.
And we are the blueprint. We're the ones.
We are.
I mean, I don't know how else to put it. We're the ones. And they're going to suppress us and oppress us as long as they possibly can. However, there is going to be a moment in time where we already have some that are waking up on our own. There's going to be a moment in time, and it probably will be soon. People are going to be forced. The ones that you're talking about, the ones that are choosing to look away because they have the comfort of looking away, are not going to be able to look away. It's going to be in their face. It's going to be right here. And this is what we're going to be dealing with. And when they have those moments of, oh my God, what have we been doing this whole time? It's going to be those that are awake. There's going to be, yeah, y'all was lost, but come on.
Yeah.
Let's go get this. Let's go get this shit together. Let me tell you. Let me get you up to speed about what's been going on, and let's get this right. You know, I have to have. I believe that because I believe that we're not being punished. We're being prepared, and I don't know why that sits on my spirit so heavy, but that line sits on me so heavy. We are not being punished. We are being prepared.
Mm-hmm.
And I believe that wholeheartedly. Like, I believe that we're being prepared for something else that's coming. And I don't know if anybody else feels a shift in this energy, but I surely do.
Definitely. I definitely feel it.
Yeah, I surely do.
Yep.
And I don't really like it all the time because I can feel real heaviness sometimes. But hey,
yeah,
we gotta be able to understand and protect our energy. Hey, quick question. Y'all seen Jim Carrey?
Yeah.
Oh, why was I going to mention that today? First of all, Jim Carrey has already been talking like that, but that's just another piece to the puzzle to confirm with me that everything around us is fucking bullshit.
Oh, Jim Carrey told us a long time. He been telling us, if I come out of retirement, it ain't me.
Yep.
It ain't. because he was already at award ceremonies talking about trafficking, sex trafficking children, and what goes on behind Hollywood. He did interviews Saturday night. What's that man named Jim Kebbell or whatever his name is?
Yeah, these clones are starting to come out now, but they have been cloning people since the 70s.
I know, but do you see how many people since what was his name? They was talking about Gucci Man got cloned.
Now I remember that it was a guy, and the only reason why he was chosen is because he was pushing the propaganda that they wanted. He had a song called "Pan Sagging." The shit was corny as fuck, but it was pushing what they wanted out there, and they approached him and asked him if he would be willing to wear a Gucci suit. Now, to the surface, they were like, "Ooh, they about to dress you down in Gucci. Like, oh my God, like they want you to wear a Gucci suit. Ooh, exclusive." No, Gucci Mane. That went to what I was talking about earlier when the George Floyd situation, and it was people that was rioting, which it wasn't us, but it looked like people like us because they were put on suits. They were able to put on hands that go all the way back here, the face, and it goes all the way down here, you know, and just wear the clothes, and they look black, and it's not. They're fucking people in a black suit.
Yeah,
oh, what you mean?
Jim Carrey situation.
Like the MIB situation, like Men in Black, that's what they're thinking. They just got on black suits, but no, they have on black skin suits. Like
that Jim Carrey situation, everybody noticed. And if you can compare it to previous people previous people I feel like were actually cloned. A lot more people said something about it this time. A lot more people are speaking up about it.
Who?
And saying that Jim Carrey, no, that's not him. It doesn't look like him. So the veil is lifting. People are seeing.
Oh yeah.
You know, they're recognizing things.
They have to tell you certain things. And the thing is, it's how they tell it. When Jim Carrey came out and he said, if I ever come out of retirement, it ain't me. They think it's a joke because he's always been a comedy man. So he's telling the truth. It's like, oh my God. But he's dead ass. Like, and a lot of people are like this, but it doesn't reach everybody because everybody is not in depth like everybody else. So when they tell what's going on, it just looked like surface stuff or stuff that will correlate with something normal instead of
they always do.
Yes.
Yeah, I was like, I looked at that picture. I'm like, it don't even talk like Jim Carrey. It don't even look like him. I was like, man, they either getting bad or I'm just getting really good at this. Like, because that don't even look right. Like, one or the other. Like,
Fox with a different hairline.
Oh yeah, Jamie Foxx. I feel like he done been cloned at least twice before he went to the before he went in the hospital.
It was before then.
Then after he got out of the hospital, a few months after he got out of the hospital, he was doing this Christmas tour around his house, and it had all these lights, this long road going to his house, and you could see he was in the car driving, and the cameraman was to the side, and his side profile just looked flat almost. And I'm like, what is going on with his face?
Suit and they ain't had the right head.
Like, what you got going on? It just didn't look right. I was like, yeah, whole thing.
There's a lot of people like that. It's a lot of people like that. And the thing is, it goes back to them Epstein files. In my opinion, a lot of those people, now, when they went to court, it wasn't regular court, it was world court. So a lot of this was out of the picture when they got sentenced. A lot of these people are clones because a lot of these people were actually executed. A lot of the people are still up in Alcatraz, like the actual real people. And I think this is the reason why they started cloning, because I think that they knew it was going to be situations like this to have to be had. So we need others in place. Would you
Yeah,
be?
other do people.
Or
Other
maybe
do people.
People
what if it's the other way around? What if the clones is here to accept the punishment for what they doing, so the real people can escape?
And be somewhere continuing to do what they do.
Yeah,
That could be a thing too.
Yeah.
Everybody can't be in one place at once. Everybody
Right.
can't be everywhere at the same time. And they got a lot of stuff going on. They got a lot of smoke and mirrors going on that needs to keep smoking. And it's not enough to go around. Like, there's another thing that ran across my mind, and I feel like there is some sense in it, but they're adding a little bit of more control to it. So we all done seen kids or had kids that knew things of events and situations that happened before them. And we're looking at them like, how do you know? Energy never disappears, it relocates. We don't know who's coming back in these kids we have, but we know they got an old soul. And some of us don't dig deep to even find out who it really is. We just go with it and let it be. What if this is the same thing that's going on in Hollywood, except they have a little bit more control with it, where they are transitioning one soul to another? I know it was something like that going on with the royal family, where they choose, who is going to conceive this baby, so this eldest person can transition over here and keep moving. Like, what if they actually have a list? Like, okay, so this is how we're gonna pan out. When Jimmy get ready to go, his daughter and such son is going to marry, have a kid, and we're going to transition this soul over here, and this is what it's going to be like. I think they may have a little bit more control over that part of it. Do you
Well,
y'all follow?
ideally,
It sound ideal.
see, the thing is, we sit here and try to figure it out, right? We try to make it logical, but the logical answer in an enlightened situation is you are not bound to the body you're in.
You're not.
You have free will. You have free will and the capability to not only move through body to body, but also timeline to timeline. And the CIA has not only confirmed that this actually can happen, that they can, because energy, like you said, cannot be destroyed. It is transmuted. A soul can be carried from A to B, to B to C. So it's not that they tell us what they doing. They tell us how it's done, but
we only see it.
We can't understand that. You know what I'm saying? Like, we can't do it because we don't know. Just like they talk about telekinesis. Can you move something with your mind? Yes. If you fully believe that everything is connected to you like you should, you be able to move things with your mind. The problem with us is we feel like we are soul people, so nothing is connected to us, when everything is connected to you energetically, every single thing. So if we had practice with that and understanding that, and we grew up knowing that, it wouldn't be a question that we would have to ask. Can they put another soul in a body? You know what I'm saying?
I bet it's been some point in time where you probably did it without even knowing it.
Look,
but because you're not consciously trying to do it, but you can do it, you can make it happen. But you like, well, I thought I put this over here. How I get over here now? I ain't crazy.
Look, I really feel like I've done it before, but with a strong emotion like anger. It's like, think about it. Think about a time you've been so angry you slammed the door, or you like, and something
That
breaks.
shit broke. Uh-huh.
And you didn't even touch nothing. I mean, like, you just be like, oh my God. And then it's just like something breaks. And it's like, what the fuck did I just do?
Well, yeah.
What did I just do?
Well, you know that's in a book somewhere. It's in a book.
If you go to the CIA website,
And if it's in that book,
what's in the
knowing
book?
the source that it came from, knowing that what a person could possibly have the potential to do, they would do everything in their power to make sure that you never reach that point.
Oh, yeah, of course. Of course.
Did
It
I
was
say-
actually a German psychologist in 1940s that was working for the military created something that helped you calm your what is that, fight or flight nerve, so that you can be passively calm even under stress and be able to control where you actually go. And they deemed it dangerous because, you know, it could possibly help people get in line with their consciousness and connected to their vessel, and that was a problem.
I'm sorry. I don't know if I said IRS or CIA, but I meant to say CIA. There is
You
something.
said CIA.
Okay. There was something on the CIA website where they were showing you how to, it was either manifest or like move things. It was
Yeah,
something.
they have under their unredacted.
Yes. Yes.
They have all that stuff. Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, they got all of that stuff. I actually got my sons hooked on looking at those things. Like, go look at that shit. Go look at what they're doing.
And you know what? That is a great thing because that's how a lot of these families work. They go and they send people in different areas so they can bring back the information.
Yeah.
of the empire.
Yeah. I said, go look at some of the dates on this shit. Some of these dates that they had this information 30 years ago, 40 years ago, 20 years ago. There's documents that they have an 800 and something year old alien in captivity.
And now they can bring that shit back to the table. Y'all can
Yeah.
analyze that shit and use it to your advantage.
No, he's still alive. The alien was still alive. Yes. Yes.
Oh,
800 and something years old,
yeah.
more than 800 years old, was still alive. But you know,
Was it-
age here to us is different than age to them. You know what I'm saying? So it's just
Dang. Was they able to communicate with him? Because he got something. Like, that's the reason why they're not letting him go.
they communicated through thought.
And you know what? That was a movie. Again, they got to tell you what's going on, whether it's in the news, a movie, a TV show. They got to tell you.
Well, I'm
Yeah,
gonna tell you
so-
the truth. If this war escalate, all that shit that they say they don't got, we gonna have to see it.
Uh-huh.
I know that's right. I
We
know
gonna have
that's
to see
right.
it.
Smith, tell them pull it out.
Yeah, we gonna. I mean, for real, we gonna have to see it because they're gonna have to pull it out if it get bad
They
enough.
don't have to. So I do a lot of documentaries, and I watch a lot of documentaries, and they're talking about if you've ever felt like you've seen a UFO, it probably was made in the USA. Now, a couple of years ago, right over the location where I live, we caught it. It was like round at the bottom. It hovered, it went up, it came back down, and then it left. People got it on video. It's actually, I used to have the YouTube link, but people got it on video. People got it everywhere. They gonna get on the news and say it was a shooting star. I said, okay.
Shooting star.
It was a shooting star. Like,
Sure.
people didn't know what they was looking at. So
Shot right out the sky.
made us go look for some information. So then we found out that the U.S. has made more hovering, flying objects that we would consider UFOs than have actually been tracked to come into the atmosphere from space. by an actual like a UFO. So they're making them here because they have the technology and have had the technology.
Always had the
So
technology. Nobody has been to the moon.
Smith, tell
Huh?
them to pop off then. We
Nobody
need
has
to see something.
If we get bad enough, they're gonna have to show their hand.
I don't think they're going to.
made the fuck up. All that shit was made the fuck up. Nobody never went to
I
the
don't. But moon, fuck the moon, because there ain't shit on the moon. Ain't shit on the moon.
moon. No
Any
man has
alien?
been out of this earth, and
It don't
they
matter.
are claiming to have done so.
They didn't, but they didn't gain nothing from going off of this earth. That was for our benefit. They did that for our benefit to try to explain some of the shit that they already knew from other sources. They didn't benefit nothing from going to the moon. It benefited us none. We wouldn't have got no weapons from there. Wasn't no aliens on the moon. Nothing. They did that as a distraction. But these weapons that they have, this alien technology that they're admitting to the world that they have just 6 months ago on television, we're gonna need to see them. We're gonna need to see that. Cause I don't know what's going on, but I don't know Smith. I don't think he like us like that to be pulling out the big ones, man.
If
But
we get
that's
bad
my
enough,
thing.
they're gonna have to do something.
You think that we got something in the arsenal that the other countries don't know about? Because I didn't think it worked like
Yeah.
that.
I ain't gonna say it's better than what they got. I will say that we got plenty of stuff they don't know about.
Okay. Well, I mean,
Think about it.
that I can get
We
jiggy
tell
with.
people not to have nuclear weapons, but we got them. Like,
I
trust
mean, but
me.
they got them too, though.
Yeah, I mean they got them too, but
Still purple.
for anything that we let out, we already got something beyond that.
He's on shadow me.
So,
Yeah.
so they got, like, right now, think about it. We ain't even using like the stealth bombers or nothing like that. We using regular jets from what I seen on the news.
Damn.
Like, we ain't even, we might be using drones like and regular fighter jets, but like that's why I said, like, I'm pretty sure there's some stuff in the cut that they ain't trying to pull out unless they necessarily got to. Because once you
Right.
expose it to the world, then everybody else gonna
Now,
be trying to get it. It's
yeah,
gonna be
and
just
not
like
only
the new
that,
nuke.
now you're
It's
gonna
big.
have to explain it because we gonna be looking at you like, nigga, where the fuck that come from?
Yeah.
All of a sudden,
Because
you
believe it or
got
not,
flamethrower.
we kind of started the whole
for that.
some of these issues because the thing about Iran is they try to stop Iran from developing nuclear weapons. Who was the first one to show the destructive power of a nuclear weapon?
Oh,
Trump.
Lord.
We did when we bombed Hiroshima.
See, that's
We was like,
that's
oh,
my thing. That's my
yeah,
thing. Like, how we gonna see? This is what I mean by now. I can't say we, cause I'm not involved in this malarkey. Cause what in the world? You mad? Cause they doing the same shit you did.
look, this is what we did. We bombed them and said, oh, that's too
We
powerful.
ain't do
Don't
nothing.
nobody need those. After
That's
you
what we
use it,
did.
you say no, nobody need them.
We used them on you, but you're not supposed to want to be able to protect yourself by building them so you can use them back on us.
How dare you?
How dare you?
Right.
It's like, come here, let me put the broom in your.
Yeah, come here.
No lubrication. How about that? That's
Ugh.
craziness. That's craziness. I have that's another thing. Like, they're starting to get approval to, like, hunt down people that are speaking negatively against their organizations and their leadership. And I'm like, whoa. So freedom of speech is no longer a thing. That's crazy. But yeah, they better pull out the big ones, because, like, what we supposed to do?
I don't
What we
know.
supposed to do?
We can't. I mean, we just passengers.
And no, we in a bad divorce.
We a what?
We in a bad divorce. We the children. We and the children in a bad breakup. And we want to go to our daddy house right now. And, and this bitch won't let us go. This bitch won't let us go.
That part. Like you are not
a baby mama.
But truth be told, like it's really nowhere to go.
I mean, we can go back what we think is home.
No, we can't because they going over. Nah, if you talking about Africa, no, we can't go there neither.
Yeah, because China done brought up so much of Africa that if China and US was to get into a war, you know where they would have to fight at?
Mm-hmm.
In Africa. Hey, yo, the tactics never change.
And Africa don't really own, like you said, they don't own enough right now in certain areas to be able to continue offering asylum to us.
Right.
And offering us, what were they, the diaspora offering us pretty much a free way back
too. Like, what if we could go, like, just like immigrants come over here and claim asylum, can we go somewhere and claim asylum?
Canada. But Canada's accepting people. Africa was certain, like they were allowing Black people to just choose a tribe. Yeah, choose a tribe and go. And they were gonna, no pet. You don't have to worry about getting citizenship or anything. But
they're not doing that anymore.
They are, but how long do you think that's gonna last when they literally are in debt with China? How much are they in debt with that? Like they don't own a lot of land anymore.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. And in order for them to protect their homeland, and Africa is like in the middle, at least going one direction, that side of the East Coast side of the war gonna be over across Africa. We talking about Jimbo. Jimbo, he'll do it over top of Africa before he let him get over here.
Right.
Jimbo.
Right. And I really don't think none of them niggas gonna be over here anyway. They gonna be somewhere else, so they don't care what happened to us.
Either that or they're gonna have their clones here.
Yeah, they don't give a fuck what happened to us, man.
Yeah, you got me thinking about that, man. I never thought about that, yo.
What? Thought about what, Smith?
Just thinking about them clones, I'm like, well, okay, they bringing out all this stuff and they saying everybody, and I'm like, if I had a limited amount of resources and I did some heinous type actions, how do I get away with it?
They already had clones.
Have
all
a
of them,
clone.
I can guarantee you.
Let them go to jail. You can even hang them in public if you want to. It ain't me.
You think Epstein was the only one with an island?
No.
Right.
Oh, that was just that was like
a few years ago. I can't even remember how many years ago, but it used to be illegal to buy a body of water. And then they made it legal. And then a whole lot of rich people started buying up bodies of water. Y'all think they not down under that water, or can go under that water and be and live for quite some time? They wouldn't even have to come all the way up. They would just have to be right under the surface to get air and go back down. And think about it. They're not, unless they get hit directly, they would be unharmed, unscathed by any weapons of mass destruction.
Right.
Radiation is not going to bother them. They're not going to be affected by that because they would be able to stay under for more than 72 hours. Like, they don't care what happens to us. We in this by ourselves. We're in this by ourselves. And they're going to let us think that all of them are here. They're going to be parading around in front of us.
It's a game.
Looking halfway crazy. And we're going to be like, these ain't these motherfuckers.
It's a game.
Smith going to be at the daggone TV with his pencil like, no, that ain't him. Look at, nah, that ain't him. That ain't them smile lines ain't right.
Hold on, wait a minute. Huh.
For
He
real,
gonna be like,
man.
Juju. He gonna
Bruh.
be like, Juju, turn on channel 9. Is that nigga? I knew it wasn't him. I knew it.
Hey,
He
you
Right.
can be
can tell by
parading
his
around
goddamn
like we
island,
crazy.
that ain't even him.
Huh?
Huh?
He said on his island. You said what?
You can tell by his eyelids, that ain't even him.
That ain't him.
Yeah.
Look at his eye color.
Because it's
I
crazy,
mean,
right? Everybody's saying they don't deal with Jeffrey Epstein, but then the next day they got a picture. Like, you know, they got pictures. You know, they got you.
And you know,
like, why would you not admit
there's
it?
a law
Right.
who has been here and who has left, who's still here, all that shit. Y'all didn't think that wasn't gonna come out.
Right.
I mean, but
Like-
y'all know they got the files, and the one thing that really was out there was
Matter of fact,
pictures
Get up.
and videos.
Yep.
Why would you not? Okay. That one time, that's what you should have started out saying. I would have rather had said, so look, what had happened was, you should have started out with that. You should have
Yeah,
started
I
out
went.
with,
I went to a party, and I got drunk, and I went home.
yeah, that what had happened was, like,
Oh, I don't know.
nah, I've never been around Epstein. I don't know that man. Meanwhile, here you are holding his cock while y'all take a picture.
Right. Hey, look, did y'all hear about the picture he had of Bill Clinton in a dress, a painting?
Oh yeah.
No.
Yeah, he had a painting of Bill Clinton in a dress hanging up in his house.
Yeah.
You know what? You know what kind of bothers me about this? Now, I am no homophobe, right?
Right.
I'm not. Okay, I support the LGBT community.
XYZ.
However, XYZ, whatever. So, what bothers me is the emphasis these grown ass white men put on each other, like they fine. Like, why you got a painting of this dude in a dress? Like, that's your,
Yeah,
like, he just
basically,
top tier. You feel me?
basically,
Like, y'all
I
is
think that's what he was
disgusting.
saying. I
The
think
thing
that's
is-
basically what he was saying. Like, that's my bitch.
But a lot of
That's
them,
his bottom bitch.
Yeah.
a lot of them do that for power. They don't do it for pleasure. They do it for power.
Same thing. Because they don't have the discernment to know any different. They get pleasure from getting power. But what kind of power is it when both of y'all want it?
Because it might mean something. It might mean that at the end of the day, he got power over Clinton. Because in the video, they got the videos out of him and Hillary being questioned or whatever. So they showed Bill Clinton the picture. He started laughing at it. He was like grinning, and then he tried to look at it again, and the lady snatched it away from him. Like, what are you doing? I don't
Like,
know.
he
It was
found
like,
some kind of pleasure in it.
yeah, like he was remembering why it happened. Like maybe he lost
Yeah.
a bet, or maybe he did something wild one night, and that's what, you know what I'm saying. It was just weird how he was reacting to it. Like if I saw that picture and I'm, you know what I'm saying, like I'm a dignified man, I'm like, what the, you know what I'm saying? He was
But
just grinning.
that's because that picture wasn't a surprise. He knew about the picture prior to.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's because it wasn't a surprise. And look, so that also brings up a point. You said if you was a dignified man, you'd be like, what the fuck? But if you was a dignified man, one, you wouldn't put yourself in that position. Two, I think about it like this. I understand that he feels like he probably don't need to explain himself, but at the same time, you do. Nigga, you was the president.
That's what I'm saying. Yeah.
Like you have an obligation of decorum, couth, so to
And then
speak.
they asked him about some chick, and he said, I kind of know her. And then they said, well, ain't this you in this picture getting a massage from her?
I'm sorry, is this you with your penis in your mouth?
It was just crazy, man. I'm like, dude, like, you know, I mean, I don't know. It's weird, man. Like they might already be clones. They might be act like they don't know what's going on because they don't know.
Or
because they clones.
And they don't, and not only clones, because clones would see. I think we're giving them too much credit. Because clones is like, this is another person with a different soul. Whatever they got in the place of these people don't have no soul. I don't think they have any awareness. I think that they look like them. They may have some memory of some things, but he very well may not understand what's going on, but he don't have no feelings towards it at all. Because if he did, he would have felt something when he was, you know what I'm saying, being
Yeah.
questioned. Even if it was like, why the fuck are y'all asking me questions? Like, you don't get to ask me questions. You don't get to do this, or you don't something. He would have felt something. But the fact that he literally doesn't even feel anything as a man, like your whole manhood, not just your manhood is being questioned, but your moral compass and everything is being questioned off of. And he hasn't, until this moment, I haven't heard him make not one response.
Who that?
Bill Clinton,
Oh no,
has he
it's on
responded to anything?
no, it's on YouTube. They got him and Hillary. They got the questioning that they just did. They got the
Hillary,
videos up now. They on YouTube.
Oh, okay. Okay,
Hillary.
I'm gonna have to go look.
If y'all see Hillary now, that's not the real Hillary. It's not the real Hillary.
Yeah, somebody told me they killed her a long time ago.
Yeah, her last meal was some eggs and a milkshake, some shit like that. That was her last meal. That's what she requested.
What they kill her for?
That Benghazi, when she was doing all that stuff with Benghazi.
Oh yeah. Okay.
But this dude told me that they killed her in a tribunal. Like they have a private court
They
session.
sacrificed her.
Maybe they did. But he
Real
said it was
quick.
like a private court session and they killed her.
A lot of them went through that. That's why COVID-19 happened. That's the reason why we had to stay in the house, because they had to stay their ass in the fucking house. A lot of them was on house arrest until the trial.
Well,
That's why I say a lot of things be going on behind the scenes when it's something going on in the media. Something is
But
going on
see,
behind the scenes. I always believe that.
I don't understand that, because that doesn't make sense to me. Because why would you kill the people that's doing your bidding? They didn't do anything wrong except for get. I mean, they really didn't even get caught on purpose, but like they didn't. They were doing your bidding, and that was what the goal was, huh?
They got to answer for some of that.
Yeah, but not to the people that they doing this with.
Exactly how they're told, and that's why. If you were
Not to
done
the
with
people.
exactly how you told, you wouldn't have got caught. Now we got to cover this shit the fuck up.
And it just doesn't make any sense, because if you're gonna kill them, just go ahead and kill them. Like, why put a clone there when it's gonna be becoming a public thing? I don't know. It just doesn't make sense to me.
Maybe they had to condition people before they let it out. I mean, I don't know.
I just say it just doesn't make sense to me, because
Yeah, I mean,
the higher goal.
that's I don't know. That's what I don't, man. None of this makes sense to me. Like,
And to be honest, I really want to be really transparent here, because this is how I feel. Like, I know that these timelines have been changed. The Mandela effect, all of that. If they really wanted to, they could have changed this into a different narrative, but they didn't. Why? It's because this is the narrative that they want. And I just don't understand why they want this narrative if they don't want this shit to collapse. That's my thing. Because we know, I mean, Mandela effect is real. We know that they can, and I'm talking about the higher spirits that be, whether it be the Anunnaki, whomever controls the most, right? Why would they allow this to be the narrative when they've covered up and erased some of the most heinous crimes against humanity ever? Why would this be the one heinous crime against humanity that they allow to play out? Like, that in itself is strange to me. It's just weird.
I don't know. It's I don't know. All that shit is weird. I have no idea what's going on. All I know is that now I move very, very, very cautiously because, like, man, you have no idea unless you know that person, who is who, what they practice, what their intents are. Man, you just really don't know unless you like know this person. You know what I'm saying?
And even then, you don't really know.
Right. So like now
Even
I
then,
be
you
like,
don't really know.
right. So I be talking to people now. I just be like trying to like, just watch them and just see like, let me check your mannerism. Let me, you know what I'm saying? Like,
Let me see how you respond to some of that shit you talking.
right, right. Let me see what you
Cause
do
I
with your
get them.
hands. You know what I'm saying? Let me see
Mhm.
how you move your hands. Let me see what's in your background. You know what I'm saying? Cause like,
Mhm.
man,
And I don't. And I stopped doing this a long, long time ago. I do not let people touch me. I
yeah,
do not let people touch me. That is one of the that's one of my big ones because people try to pass things to you and you never know. And my thing is, I don't feel like we are in physical, like when it comes to people, like what you're talking about, talking to people. I don't feel
mm,
like we're in physical danger. I feel like we're in danger of entrapment of the mind. I feel like we're in danger of confusion. Um, like you never know when someone has the capabilities to do things that these so-called CIA reports are talking about, that some of these people are talking about aliens. You don't really know what's going on. And I pay attention to how I feel when people come around. I pay attention to the energy in the room. I pay attention to the damn temperature. If I get too cold when you come in, I'm about to I'm not gonna be here long. I got to go. I got to go. I don't know why, but it just makes me uncomfortable. Like I pay attention to all of that stuff because you never know what intention someone has. I'm not worried about somebody physically hurting me. Physical pain is pain, but wounds heal. Somebody controlling my mind is probably that's probably the worst thing I can think of because I'm such a free thinker. Like that's probably the worst punishment and the worst prison I could ever be in. So I'm very cautious of letting people into that space. You know what I mean?
yeah.
Like very cautious.
I was watching this thing. This black lady, she was talking about fraternities and like about some of the rituals.
Mhm.
And one of the
Oh
things she was
Lord.
saying was she had seen people like get married and they would do this ritual
Yeah.
and
First,
she said the ritual mean that the fraternity comes first
absolutely.
over everything. That means it
Over
come before
everything.
your marriage and
Yep.
everything.
And
So like,
everything.
and
Till
these
death
people,
and beyond.
yeah, and these people is like graduating college and moving on into higher ranks of society. So like that's why I say you don't know. Some people may just cut it off at college and never try to graduate into nothing deeper or darker, but some of them do. You know what I'm saying? So you can just meet Joe Smo that went to a university and you think he cool and he might be straight up demonic. You know what I'm saying?
Mhm.
Like that's
Although
that's that's
fraternities and sororities
crazy.
are similar to the Masons and the Eastern Stars,
That's
Mhm.
all
crazy.
have one agenda. That you just get in differently in different areas.
But the variable in all of those organizations are people. That's the variable. Sometimes the people do exactly what they're meant to do, and it's control, it's like community, and it's supposed to be tightly knit. And sometimes, like you say, Smith, they kind of stray off. They don't really go into anything higher or more. I think some people kind of get older and listen to what they're saying in these chants and pretty much rituals, and they were like, oh, wait a minute, you know, and like I probably shouldn't be saying this because this sounds a little weird to say. Not only are you going to come first in life, but you're going to come first even in my death. Like,
Right.
that's crazy work,
Right.
right? And there are people that I've seen that are extremely dedicated to these sororities, and I just don't get it, because it's like y'all want to talk about how African spirituality is and how you scared of voodoo because they do rituals, and I know factually what kind of rituals are done, and y'all do the pretty much the same stuff, except for it's not even black shit. You're doing something that was hand me down. You're not even going to your own culture, but you're doing something that was washed in something else. They took our shit and they washed it and put their spin on it and dried it out and fed it to you, and you were cool with that. But
That
you're scared of your own culture and your own history is mind-boggling to me. They can make you do all kind of crazy stuff. I've heard of some of the most craziest things, switching wives, doing all kind of things,
Mm-hmm.
and and that's okay with people.
And look, think about it. You got some of these people, they go on to get saved. They never
Yeah.
they never denounce their fraternities. You know what I'm saying? You got judges, you got lawyers, you got
Mm-hmm.
all the pieces in place that you can run a sex trafficking organization with.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like
Right.
I remember
yeah,
a point in time where you could fill out a job application, and down at the bottom it'll ask you what sorority or fraternity that you're affiliated with.
I remember that.
Mm-hmm.
It's people get in there just to have connections. They really don't know in depth what they're getting into. They're just thinking that, they're becoming part of a hood, where I can be able to climb the ladder, not knowing that in order for you to climb that ladder, you're going to have to do some things that you're not willing
Yeah,
to do.
that's the first test. What are you willing to do to get where you want? I mean, and that's probably at every level. You just got to do something more crazy.
Uh-huh.
Now I need
Something
you
that
to
keeps you tied to them.
yeah.
That when you ever try to break away,
Yep.
they're going to show what you've been doing behind closed doors. That has been happening for freaking years.
Yep.
Oh, more than years. That's generations.
Yeah, really, generations. And some of them, may not wanted to have bite the bait, but still got caught up in the mess because they didn't want to do it.
Right. Or they did something that they can't.
Too.
They don't want to tell on themselves. They forced to do whatever.
Yeah. But you have some that really didn't even do anything, but still got their name scandalized because they didn't want to move the propaganda. They didn't want to push it.
Or the fact that, and I mean, let's just talk about it. Let's be real about it. Black folks got more pride than a little bit.
Very.
And we got more ego than a little bit. Like, if
people don't like that.
There's families, Black families, that have literally held on to family secrets for generations and generations to avoid embarrassment.
Yep.
You think they trying to admit something they did wrong just to get out of being in a group that they wanted to be in the first place? I'm telling you now, they're gonna be like, no, I gotta stay here. I gotta stay here.
Yep.
It's worth it. It's worth it. It's worth it. Let me get through this. And y'all know that's how we're trained to think. Nah,
Right.
it's gonna be hard. I gotta struggle a little bit because we're trained to think that shit gotta be hard.
Mm-hmm.
We're trained to think that we have to sacrifice a part of ourselves in order to be able to progress and elevate. Like, I remember when I first got into corporate America and I had little baby locks, and my mom, she was like, "Baby, aren't you gonna do something with your hair?" I said, "My hair is done." She said, "Well, it look like little rats been sucking on your head and it ain't professional and da 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 da." And I told my mother, I said, "Well, I don't understand what's not professional about it. It's neat.
Mm-hmm.
It's mine, and a lot of my family has very natural hair now, but there was a time where they all looked at me like, you're not gonna get no job.
Mm-hmm.
You're not gonna get this."
Standard. You set a
And
standard.
they wanted me to conform. Right. They wanted me to conform. You're not gonna get a job. You're not gonna be able to have this kind of job. You're not and I sit right at my corporate job like this here. With right at my corporate job, because guess what? It doesn't have anything to do with my education or my skills. But a lot of times people, especially in these organizations, aren't even being themselves anyway, and they allow this shit to form them into something.
Mm-hmm.
And
And
that's the shame. That's the shame that they feel. Because they know this isn't what I want to do. I never wanted to do this. Who are they going to tell that to?
Right.
And I can understand, because if I allowed someone in my grown ass age make me be something that I don't want to be, when I finally wake up, I'm gonna be mad as hell. But I'm gonna have a conversation with myself, like, how the fuck I'm gonna get out of this? Because what do I say? This isn't who I am. This is never who I was. And people are gonna look at you like, then that's your fault. And that's exactly why them people stay in the position they're in, knowing the truth, and staying in that position because they don't want the ridicule of, you should have known better. You should have known better. You should have known better. You should have known what they were about. Because we are relentless with our own people. We have no grace. We have no grace with our own folks. But yeah, those I don't want to name organizations, but they know, y'all know who y'all are, connected to the church and stuff. I know. I do. You see? I see you. Y'all know who y'all are, connected to the church and stuff. I seen you.
Even
And yes, I got your invitation and I threw it in the trash.
I resent that. Yeah.
I did though. I did. I threw it in the trash.
Just hearing that, I'm like,
I ain't
man,
throw it in the trash. I tried to fuck around and find out, and I couldn't wait for that.
No.
It was already suspicious, and I was already asking too many questions. Why we got to come in here and say secret names and not gonna do it a certain way before we can come in? Why is the star upside down? Yeah, I attempted to be a gleaner for the Eastern Stars. And little did I know, my grandmother was a grand matron. My great aunt was a grand matron.
You giving too much information.
Yeah.
You giving too much information.
But we understand. Trust me.
We get it. That's why we telling you. That's why we telling you.
I'm just saying, I ended up, not going through with it. It just didn't make sense to me.
Yeah. Listen, it don't work for people who have questions because I can tell you now they don't have answers.
They didn't, but they wanted me to shut up and be quiet. So
right.
I'm just stop.
They don't have answers. And another thing is a lot of their books aren't even in English. So and you can't tell me what it is.
Even if it was, half of us that look like this wouldn't even bother to read it. That's why a lot of things is put in books.
Shit. Let me tell you something. There's more. They try to say that, but we the most educated demographic of people there is.
We are.
They try to say
We
that,
have
but
so much stuff thrown at us, and we have
yeah,
to learn to bob and weave, and that's how we learn.
and
That's
they
how we learn.
try to say that, and they especially try to say it about black men, but there are a lot of black men that are educated out in the world.
Yeah.
But a lot of our men in prison and behind those bars and victims of mass incarceration and school to prison pipelines are
Oh, they
educated as well.
very
Yeah.
They're
overly
educated as well.
overly
Okay.
educated, but that's
So
the reason why they put different titles on them so they can't be able to use that information like they can. But what I will say is some people still find a loophole to get past that and prosper, even
oh
after
yeah.
they done put everything on them. I mean, they done put all the bombs on Baghdad on them and still survive like a cockroach.
Yeah, they try to say we're not educated, but we are very well educated, and ain't nothing dumb about black folk, baby. We're innovative people, creative,
Very, very.
we can grow from the very
Mhm.
stones in the ground, like
Look,
serious
I'm
ass
at
rolls
work
in the
and be trying to
concrete.
figure out how did you get all this done? How did you get all this done?
I don't tell nobody
And
nothing. Minding my
that's
black ass
about being
business.
innovative, making up new steps to an old plan.
Yeah.
And don't tell nobody
Only been
nothing.
here for a few
And
days. People
that's
been
why
years trying
anything you
to
try to
figure
do now, you need to keep it to yourself and write that
Yeah,
shit in a
stop
notebook.
talking.
Write it in a notebook. Don't even save it on your computer.
The
say
biggest,
Because if we
I'm
know
gonna
we
say,
innovative and they know we innovative, but they got the technology, what's stopping them from searching your files every night just to see what we be talking about or see what we
oh yeah,
trying to come up with so
that
they can beat us to it.
we've always been spied on. But what's
yeah,
meant for you is meant for you. And can't nobody
but
take
I think that in this era, the ones of us that are aware of what's going on, our biggest weapon is gonna be silence.
mm-hmm.
Knowing
They're
when to
used to
shut
us
up.
being rowdy. They're used to us with the
Yeah.
rah-rah. So to be a totally different way is really gonna scare them even worse.
Well, and also they're used to a lot of times because of the oppression that we've been through. A lot of us try to validate what we know. A lot of us try to prove ourselves to other people, and we just need to stop doing that shit.
Yeah,
Like
I agree.
when, for instance, I had at one employer that I had, um, she would tell me, "Hey, I need I need for you to produce more," but I knew that my numbers were above par, and I would just say, "Okay," and let it go. She tried to incite, it's really called psychological weaponry, because she tried to incite a sense of urgency in me, right? So that I would produce more than what I was already producing, which was already more than 100%. We have got to stop trying to validate ourselves and just be quiet. Like you see someone that is shut the fuck up. Shut up. Amongst each other, where we're trying to grow and build something, we should be able to have those conversations. But outside of our circles and our communities and our actual tribes, we shouldn't be fucking talking about nothing we doing or nothing we know how to do. Cause why? For what? In this current political climate, it's either gonna get you targeted or killed. Like just chill out. You know what I'm saying? Just chill out. Don't say nothing about nothing. Nothing. We actually need to have some communities where we can go and build communities, but Y'all gotta be real careful about what you know and how you showing people what you know.
Yeah.
That's how we got caught up the first time.
Girl, ain't that the truth?
We got caught up like that the first time. Being too friendly.
I'm so glad I'm not friendly no more.
I've never really been friendly.
I used to be real. I'm a sweet person by nature. I am. I ain't gonna lie. I'm a sweet person. But here's the Pisces in it of it all, is that I am also a mirror. So whatever you got going on that you giving me, I'm gonna get that shit right back to you, and you ain't gonna like it. But I'm not friendly no more. I'm not nice. I'm not friendly. What I am is kind. If you give me room to be.
Right.
But just like anything else, if you buck, motherfucker, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
Nuck
Like
if you buck.
I could be laughing and joking with somebody. If they say something crazy, I'll still be laughing like, hey, nah, bro, I don't do that shit. Just straight
No,
like that.
yeah.
Like, I'm not even
Yeah,
gonna
like,
play with you. I'm not gonna let you think I'm
nah,
any other kind of way other than how I am. I'm gonna dead it right from the
right.
beginning. Like, nah,
Dead
bro,
ass.
that
It
ain't.
was just a joke. Why is you being so
Nah.
serious?
Yep,
No,
that's the first thing they're gonna say.
I just don't play
Yep.
around like that.
Right.
I even
I
call
got
people
kicked
out
out of
on
school
that.
because I didn't want to go to recess. I don't play.
I even call people. It was just a joke. No, what? You just didn't think I was gonna call you on your shit.
Exactly.
That's
And
what that was.
you're shocked now, and now
And
you're.
now you shocked, and you
Yep.
want to try to digress. Stand on 10, baby.
Yep.
Stand on it.
I mean, you
I'm
was
okay
already
with
there. You was
you.
already there.
Already. Put your feet back on the ground.
But see, I like
Hey,
people that when you call their ass out and they actually be like, "You right, you right."
Yep.
Those are the
right
people
or
that are
something.
able to change. Those are the people that are able to see things in a different light, because sometimes people don't know what they're doing.
Right. Because they've been trained to do it so
Man,
long that they just do it
Exactly.
naturally.
I don't
Exactly.
even believe it. Well, kinda. Okay, I get it now. I understand what y'all saying
Like
to
you
a
might have to
certain
break it
degree.
down for them.
Yeah, once you point it out, now they see a problem and they can find a solution. Now you have some motherfuckers that, you'll point it out and they'll keep denying, even though they see the problem, they just don't want to find a solution because it takes work to do it.
Like,
Right.
I don't do
Nobody's
shade,
gonna hold their hand.
right?
I don't do it either.
I don't do shade. Like, my neurodivergent brain doesn't really process that shit well. And like when people do that shit to me, I'd be like I have to call them on like, so what you saying though? For what? No, but what are you really trying to say? Because
Yeah.
I think you should go out and say it. Like, what are you really trying to say?
What is you beating around the bush for? Just say the
Like,
shit.
what you beating around the bush? Stop playing, girl. I can't say what I really say because I take it old school with them. But I just be wanting to understand, because if you getting on my nerves, what I'm gonna tell you?
Oh, I'm getting on your nerves.
That's right. That's
Yeah.
right. I'm gonna tell her right now. You getting on my nerves. You get on my nerves. Or don't
Yeah.
start with me. I tell them that you quit. Don't start your shit. Don't start your shit.
Yo, what happened to everybody?
Oh, they
Oh,
been
shit.
What happened to everybody?
Nah, they probably got to get up and go get to work in the morning. I know. I know.
Yeah,
Will
40 to
we?
11. I ain't fucking with y'all. I told y'all I was going to bed
Yeah.
or something.
They probably had to get their kids together and stuff like that.
Yeah, I had my baby don't fell asleep. We about to be, y'all. I'm moving. Thank Jesus. Okay. So I'm so
Congratulations.
pleased. Thank you. I'm excited. I'm so
Say what?
tired.
You moving?
Yeah.
Oh, so you finally found the house.
Yeah. Today.
Was it the one that you was talking about earlier? Like, is it similar to that?
It's the same model. It's not the same place, but it's
Oh,
the
okay.
same model. Yeah. No, not the smart home bookie.
Okay. That's what I was asking.
Nah, you ain't gonna
I
put
don't
me
know
in no
that
smart jail.
refrigerator sounded kind of dope though.
But you know what? It was kind of, but we
Because you can see in the inside without opening it, so you're not opening and
you
closing the
can,
refrigerator all the
but
time.
it kind of didn't make any sense to have a whole tablet on it because it's like you really couldn't do anything with the refrigerator except for look inside it. The rest of it was like you just had to like it's an iPad, like you can put notes on the refrigerator and stuff like that. Like it really
Would
it wasn't really up to the hype, really.
it tell you like if you had something in there too long, like you need to get them tomatoes out because they're about to go bad?
I'm gonna have to say no. I'm
I
gonna have
need
to say
something. I
no.
need something
Now
like that.
that would have been nice.
Yeah,
That would have
I
been
need
nice,
something
though.
like that.
Yeah, these tomatoes in the corner about to go bad and
Come
about
get this. Come get these. They got to yell at me. Come get these vegetables.
yeah.
Yeah.
Come get these vegetables.
Go get this lettuce.
Remember, you remember how much you paid for these?
Yeah.
Right. See, look, we done
But
came up with something we needed. See, look at that, just that quick.
and guess what?
What?
Way to store your veggies: lettuce, cucumbers, tomatoes. Get you some mason jars and put a paper towel down at the bottom. Fold it up. Put it down at the bottom. A little damp. Put your stuff in there. Your lettuce will stay crisp for 2 weeks. I promise. Cucumbers, everything, and it won't get soggy. They'll
But
keep.
see,
I
my
promise you that.
my problem is I come in, I be like, man, I don't want to eat that. And I do that. I do that for like 3-4 weeks, and then I look down there like, man, I done let all this go bad. Tomatoes still in the pack. Lettuce ain't been open, or I took like one piece off one time.
You got to do better.
Man, I mean, I should just went and bought a sub because I guess that's what I really wanted.
Because see, when I do salads, I actually make the salad dry. I make the salad, chop up everything, put it dry. I put it in the mason jars. It stays fresh, and all I really got to do is pop the top. Put I use veggie bits. I put my veggie bits in there. I put my dressing in there. Shake it back up, and I eat it. It's just so much easier, like to just do it on the go. I mean, for you to have it on the go, you just got to prep. You probably need to food prep,
I suck at food prepping.
huh?
I'm not good at food prepping. I try.
Why can't I hear you? You keep going out.
I done went out. You can't hear
I
me?
don't know.
You can't hear me? I don't know what's going on with this. Hey, I'm gonna
I
text you.
think when somebody leaves, it just
Yeah. See. Yeah, we done.